conversation. Mr. Function, come off and teach them all.
Welcome back to the Point Rate Podcast. I'm Bert.
Kenshaba.
Scott Ballz.
And we are back with the original Samson. Samson spot.
Yeah,
A lot of shit happened this week, though, right? We talked about like politics, crypto, Bitcoin shit the bed a little bit.
Yeah, I think there's like
I love it.
I think that this is kind of like pre-planned.
Well, it's a healthy pullback.
Well, yeah, if you think about
Yes,
it,
it
right?
is.
So it is a healthy pullback. It's nice because if you really think about it,
Sorry, making a lot of.
you had the announcement of Trump announced that he wants to put some of the strategic reserves into Bitcoin, Solana, Cardano,
XRP.
Ethereum, and XRP. Right?
Diversify your bombs.
Exactly, like Wu-Tang Financial said. So this announcement, like it pumped a little, like certain things pumped a little bit, but then there was a huge drawback. Mm-hmm. Why do you think there's a huge drawback?
I mean, I don't know.
So it's
don't know.
very easy. So it's very easy for these big, like these people who own shit tons of Bitcoin and like the people who are like really trading it and have a lot of it to manipulate the markets, right? So really, them selling it off at these, like selling that off and making these huge dips.
Profits.
I think this is all coordinated in a way so that people can get in, or not people, but like institutions and the powers that be can get in at lower prices than because these people are not buying at the top.
Right.
So you think by making moves, let's say, you think a sell-off happens, and that's why
I
okay,
think a sell-off happens.
so they make these profits.
Quick little bloodbath.
Yeah.
Like imagine owning so much Bitcoin. Like Michael Saylor is a perfect example, right? Imagine being MicroStrategy, right? If MicroStrategy were to sell off half of his Bitcoin, what it would do to the market?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it would do?
Super dip.
It would just drop.
Yeah.
Because they have such a stronghold on that, on the asset.
Yeah.
So they're just dumping it onto the market. So that and being at that level of kind of like in that game, you can really just pick and choose what you want to do. Like, okay, we got enough. Cool, it's pretty high. All the retail investors are in. Dump it again.
Right. Yeah.
Drop it down, and when it dumps back down,
Yeah. They buy again.
you buy it again.
Well, that's what they did. Well, it went down, 86?
Yeah, 85. I saw it at one
It's
point.
at 80 right now.
Is 80?
Look at that.
There you go. It's good buy, dude.
Goodbye.
It's a great fucking buy, man. It's 30,000 below the all-time high at this
Yeah.
point.
That's right.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Even like Luke was talking, like he wants to buy some XRP. He's like, "You think it's too late?" I'm like, "It's not even at the all-time. It's at like half the all-time high right now.
Yeah.
I think it's a great buy right now. It's not what I got it at,
Right.
but that doesn't fucking matter. Don't look at it from the standpoint of, oh, well, he got it at 50 cents and he got
This
it at...
is the thing. If it's going to go to, I think the all-time high is $4.13.
Yeah,
It's $4.13 right now. It's $2, right? Around.
Yep.
around two-ish, yeah.
Yep.
But that's what I'm saying. We got it
Good
around
change.
80 cents. I think that's my average.
Yeah, mine
80
too.
cents,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. Around there.
If I tell you it's going to go to $10, do you care that it's at $2?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, just get in, motherfucker.
Get in.
It's still 5 times your money.
Still 5 times your money. Exactly.
And for where it, where all the trajectories are saying it's going to go in like, let's say 5-10 years, dude, it doesn't matter if you get in at $5.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously the lower the best, but if the shit
Yeah.
goes to $100 or a few $100s or more, like,
You're
Get
gonna be
in.
okay. You're going to be okay.
just get in.
Yeah, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And that's good.
That is very good.
That's real good.
Can't be bad.
No.
Making money can't be bad.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if you can't look at... Don't ever look at it, and, like, I get it, that you want to be... you feel some kind of way when you're fucking your boys, like, oh, I got it at 50 cents.
Right.
You're like, dude, fuck you, asshole. But it's
That's what I said. I was like,
a negligible point.
that's what I'm saying. But we're safe now. I feel good about it.
I feel fucking...
right.
I
Bro,
doubt...
because we were sweating
Dude,
for a while.
4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like, shit.
Yeah, we didn't know.
But
it was
we
gonna
didn't touch
happen.
it.
Oh, well.
We didn't touch it. I put it out of my mind, and I never bought. I didn't really
That's how
buy.
you do it.
You know why?
the
And
last 3
especially
years.
me, like, I fucking suck at gambling. Like, actual gambling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who's good at it?
I'm just saying, I feel like I feel like I'm the fucking cooler. I'm not gonna lie,
okay.
I feel like I'm mush.
You're the,
I can't ever fucking win. I'm like, dude, this is insane.
you're the guy providing the wins,
Yeah, exactly.
providing the winnings.
I feel like I just fucking suck at it. And I'm like, and this one, I kept looking at it, and like I really don't look at this as really like gambling. I
told you Pereira was gonna lose. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you did.
He didn't do bad, and I didn't know how he would lose because I wasn't confident in that. But like I said, this dude was everywhere, and you're like, he's training, and I'm like, I know, but is you gotta be you gotta not be training to be everywhere. You got a fucking Drake's concert and shit, like shit like that. I feel like affects your
No, I get it. You know, and I get exactly what you're
level
saying.
of fame. Like it doesn't happen with every fight. Like I'm not like, oh, let me see what these guys doing. But when you're seeing somebody constantly on your feed, and you're like, don't this motherfucker fight in like 2 weeks?
Yeah.
What the fuck is he doing?
Who did
You
he
know what I
fight?
mean?
Who did he fight?
Ankalov. He's another one of those fucking
Beast.
animals from fucking
Dagestan. Or some
Yeah,
shit.
I'm not sure exactly where he's from,
They just breed motherfuckers.
but
like that
he's
up there.
but he is. He's like, I'm telling you right now, dude. Muslim fighters are the most disciplined fucking people on the fucking planet.
There you go.
There you go.
And
And then you were worried because of the Ramadan.
I was like, dude, this guy's fasting from sundown. Was it sunset to sundown or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Sundown, sunset, whatever. It's fucking. I'm saying sunset to sundown. It's the same fucking thing.
But it's always
sunrise to sundown.
That's what I was like, fasting's like magic though. You get
But
to
he did.
reboot your cells. Think about it. He's still
it is.
sweating. He's still fucking doing his thing.
Yeah.
He did exactly what no other person could do to Pereira. How do you say it correctly?
Pereira, right? Yeah.
I'm not from Brazil.
They roll the R's though like that. I'm pretty sure they roll. It's like they roll the R's.
Pereira.
I don't know.
I've heard Spanish people saying Pereira.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna say Pereira.
Pereira.
the gringo way.
Yeah, exactly.
Cuba Libre.
There you go. Or even worse, Cuba Libre.
Cuba.
I've heard people say
Cuba.
that. I'm like, damn, Cuba's.
I like how I go Cuba.
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 Cuba. It's not
Libre.
even a B. It's like a Cuba.
Yeah, Cuba. Yeah, you don't even close your mouth. You're like, Cuba.
No, it's funny. You rush through it like most Puerto Ricans. You just rush through Spanish. Half of it's English.
Cuba.
But yeah, he was able to close that distance and keep, because one of the things that Pereira's really good at is keeping distance and chopping up your leg, getting your attention to.
How long he is.
I'm saying, but so is Ankalov. You know, and he chops up that leg, chops at that leg, gets all your attention on that fucking calf kick, and then that's when he starts unloading on you.
Yeah.
Ankalov was really good at closing that distance the entire time and pushing the pace, putting it on him. And like once that distance, when he doesn't have that distance to throw that kick, he's got to worry about, he's getting,
You got to change up
You gotta
strategy.
change up his whole game plan.
and he can never get into that flow
Yeah.
that he usually gets into.
Yeah.
So
How do
Now you said there's a rematch, so he'll fix
Yeah.
things. I'm more confident in Pereira in the rematch.
was it? Did it go to length?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
decision. It was
Yeah,
a decision loss.
fucking Justin Gaethje getting that beast knockout, dude. That kid he fought is no joke too, man. So that was. I'm glad to see Gaethje in the W column, even though he lost my parlay. So, fuck you, too, buddy.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
This is what I'm saying, though. I suck at gambling, bro.
Dude, it's crazy because it's at an all-time high gambling, especially with like the online sports betting.
Oh,
It's
of
just
course.
so- Dude,
It's any kind of skin in the game makes it more fun.
yeah, it does.
You know what I mean?
And I
It
do
puts
it
you more, and you're
very minimal.
doing $50,
Not
Yeah,
even.
yeah.
Not even. Like
I'm just
20
saying.
Yeah,
you know
total.
what I mean? Like,
Right, right.
$50 total for the entire
saying.
fucking night.
Like you bet your
Right.
boy $50. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Why not
yeah.
just fucking you know what I mean?
Yeah, why not?
Put some shit together.
yeah,
and,
it's
and
for
put-
fun. It just makes it not. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, so back to crypto though. Like I always felt like when you look at it long term, it's not really gambling.
Oh no.
Unless something crazy happens, and I could be 100% wrong on this too. Like I don't know, but
That's the gambling part.
exactly the volatility is the fucking cool part. Because nothing else is this volatile.
No, nothing else can get you those kind of gains. I mean, what percentage is that to go from 80,000 to 106,000? Like 30,
Let's see. Yeah,
30%?
Yep.
When are you going to gain 30% in a matter of weeks?
Right.
weeks. That's what I'm saying. It's
Because
weeks.
literally weeks. Like right now, if you buy it, it's just going to slowly
Yep.
churn up.
Yep.
And if they really start making these moves and get some clear regulation going,
Yeah.
and banks.
We should start day trading some fucking Bitcoin.
I don't like day trade. I don't fucking like it.
I'm not saying about like by day, but you could do it like
Like swing trades.
like right now. If we were to put a grand each, you put 3,000 in Bitcoin, it's at 80 grand, and we just hold. If it gets to 100, we'll fuck out. That's 30
No,
grand.
I get it.
I mean, that's 30%, not 30 grand.
Yeah.
Not quite.
So some of Trump's news that we don't really agree with is I said some of the Trump moves that we don't like we were talking about the VA and how hard it is. And I never thought about it like that. It's like, why not just put them on Medicaid? But also a lot of doctor's offices don't accept it anymore because they don't pay you shit for that hour. Like most most places are just fucking crazy. Remember you sent me that shit that was infuriating about the insurance? It's like if you pay out of pocket, we'll charge you $100. If you have insurance, we'll charge the insurance $30. It's fucking weird.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Well, that was a law that was passed in California that did that.
Yeah.
But still, it's like
That doesn't make
ass
sense.
backwards. Yeah, exactly. So
Why
it
do I
only
have
helps the
insurance?
insurance company. Like you're gonna give the insurance company a discount, but not me as somebody that's uninsured, like or I don't know, whatever, can't afford some shit. Like, and like you said, the way they treat it's a disaster. The VA is a disaster. So you said 80,000 jobs were added as of 2019.
2019, yeah.
And now they're cutting 100,000 people as of June. Right? So starting in June, they're laying off
They said up to 100,000. Really, with the what they said they wanted to get down to was the 2019 numbers.
Okay.
That was like the reason, because they're like they hired 80,000 people to tackle a problem that's been around already for how long?
Yeah.
Like you're talking about Agent Orange. Are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna do this in 2019?
Right.
So like this is what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't have all of the information, and like I didn't get. All I'm hearing is a bunch of left-wing garbage about it. Like left-wing. I shouldn't say garbage. Left-wing complaints about it. And that's their job, is to complain about it no matter what.
Well, the thing is, like you said, you don't get all the facts, right? So you're like, okay, you're eliminating 100,000 people. What do those 100,000 people do for the VA?
What do you do here?
Do they make it? Well, that's what I'm saying. Do they make it worse? Do they make it better? Because it's like you said, it's already a disaster. It needs a complete overhaul. It's super inefficient. Everything takes forever, and these people go without care constantly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to hear, like you said, for the left wing to hear they're cutting 100,000 jobs off of a place that already fucking blows.
Okay, so let me.
No. But I'm kind of agreeing with you. But that's all you hear.
Right.
The way I look at it,
all you hear is that complaint.
the way I look at it is like it's already inefficient.
Yes.
Okay. It's already inefficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what would happen at our place if they cut a bunch of fucking people? Would it become more efficient?
No, it hasn't.
No, I'm not talking about our level jobs. I'm talking about upper people who don't do shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything, bro.
It's hard because it's already inefficient.
That's my
So
point.
to cut more people probably wouldn't make a difference. Is that what you mean?
So exactly.
Okay.
It's not going to make a difference.
It's not going to make a difference.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, so you get the complaint, but you don't get the which people are getting fired or laid
Yes.
off or whatever. Our complaint is that it's already really, really bad.
Right.
So it needs, I think, like I said, it needs its own IA department. Like
Yeah.
it needs a fucking overseer. That's like why we need to get down to the bottom of why this is happening. Are there that many vets?
It's bureaucracy. 100%.
It's red tape.
Always
Yeah.
is.
It's always bureaucracy. It's a bunch of people doing nothing,
Doing nothing, getting paid.
that know they don't have to do nothing because that fucking spigot has never been turned off.
No, because like you said, they get everything approved, but they're not using they're not using the money for what they're supposed to be using.
Like
it for.
what government? Seriously, when have you ever dealt with the government in anything
And it's been efficient.
and it's been efficient?
Or nothing happens fast. Like
Ever.
why? Yeah.
Whether it be getting a fucking permit to fucking do something on your fucking own
Property.
house.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? Whether it
months.
be going to fucking DMV where I gotta fucking pay this fucking asshole fucking $100 and however many fucking dollars a year just to let them know I still own my car.
Yeah.
Yeah, by
If
the
you
way.
wanted
By the way,
It's still
if
mine.
you wanted to get like an in-ground pool, right now, like let's say, you probably wouldn't get the permits passed till after the summer. And then they can't start building till the spring. It takes you like 2 years to get a fucking
That is
pool.
insane.
Not that I, like you shouldn't be complaining that you want an $80,000 pool, but I'm just saying it takes a long time for nothing because
Nothing.
all you have to do is fucking approve
It's
a fucking
paperwork.
permit. It's your own
That's right.
property, and you're hindering somebody that builds pools too. Like
Right.
you're not getting, you got to get these people to be like, you got to start this process now
Yeah.
to pay us in 10 months. Like
It
bureaucracy.
It only
Yeah.
benefits those bureaucrats.
That's exactly.
Exactly.
It
And this is
only
why.
benefits them.
that foot dragging shit, man, that's what they need to cut out.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that that's what they're doing because
I hope so.
it's
too,
like
man.
like you call any part of the VA, the first thing it says is if you're thinking about suicide, press 1.
Right.
Doesn't say if this is a medical emergency, you just,
Yeah.
if you're thinking about suicide, press 1. Like
Right.
they're gonna directly
Like
transfer you
instantly.
to somebody.
Yeah.
like that's a problem, you know what I mean? And then when you can't get care, like you tend to fucking give up. Like unless
Yeah.
you're like relentless, and that's how you have to be. Constantly calling.
Right.
You have doctors' offices that'll call for you. You're calling. You have to bug them to death.
Like,
It's
why
a
does this
shame.
need to exist? This is my whole point. Why does the VA need to exist?
Yeah, if we, like you said, if we can make Medicare better and put everybody on
We
that,
just give them fucking good health
Just
care.
take care of them.
they,
yeah.
yeah,
like,
they did their part, right?
Right.
Exactly.
They're fucking veterans. It's just weird, you know what I mean? And like now he's cutting the weather service.
Oh, dude, that was
The National Oceanic and
oh, the Noah shit.
where but it's kind of hilarious. It's like
I didn't even know
it's
he
like
was
nobody
cutting
like because it's like when it comes to a natural disaster, you need warning, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but
that could hinder it.
there's private companies that do that and do it much better.
Well,
Like that are heads and shoulders above.
Above Noah. Yeah.
but if nobody listens to Noah, what are they gonna listen to these fucking little ones either? It's like being a bartender, you're prepared for that shit because we get fucking parties where it's fucking like chaos out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fucking shit's not going the right way.
Right.
There's always one dude that won't evacuate. I don't know. It's like, well, get the fuck out, you drunk asshole.
right.
I don't know. It's like it's weird. Like the blanket cuts are just like, I'm like, fuck, man. Is this what you have to do to shake it up? Like,
Yeah. I truly believe that this is like something that needs to happen. I don't care how it fucking gets done.
Yeah.
I don't. I
I do. I mean,
I don't fucking care, man, because
worry
half
about-
this fucking shit. What they're doing is they're looking at something. And they're like, can somebody else do this? Yeah. All right, get rid of it then.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are we paying for this?
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucking weird. It's like, do we need this or do we want this?
And I'm also hating the non open mindedness coming from the left too. Like you're looking to leave things out so that you can have a complaint. Like
That's,
you know what I'm saying?
dude, that's
You're
terrible.
looking-
That's called lying. Let's call it what it is.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
It's lying. You're willfully leaving out details. in order to push
I'm
things.
married. I don't call it
Omission.
lying, right?
Omission.
I willfully lead out details all the time. No, you said willfully. I said willfully leaving out details, right? And you said, let's call it what it is. It's lying. And I was
Yeah.
like, watch yourself. I'm married. I leave out details all the time. But I also don't ask any questions. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
I don't fucking be like, they're like, hey, man, Scott and Sarah are fighting over this.
Yeah.
And then she's like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. They're just fighting.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
I don't ask any details.
Cool.
we don't-
Like, oh, yeah. Well, that's how guys
mad
are,
at each
though.
other.
Right.
I know.
We don't go in depth.
Like, all right, cool.
But that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't care.
So,
Yeah. You'll be fine, right? Yeah. Okay.
You good? You good? You good? Because I don't care anyway. Here's a fucking beer. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Is that what Democrats are? Just a fucking husband named Chad is just existing.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
But like I would really want to know, okay, like more details about this stuff. Like they don't ask
agree with
questions.
that part,
They
though.
don't
Yeah.
ask questions. Like that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like we as men, we don't ask questions. You know what I mean? Like that. But ask questions as to why these things are happening this way. I feel like they would be transparent. Like there's nothing lost by me telling you why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm in charge. I have the support of fucking everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So why not fucking give these people these? Don't leave out these things. You know what I mean? To be like, hey, we're cutting 100,000 jobs.
Yeah.
Why? What jobs are you cutting? You know, and some of that information is on the website, right? Like they have the Doge website where they fucking show you.
Oh, No, I haven't even been to it.
Line by line by
Me
line.
neither.
I'm gonna fucking start reading that because honestly, that's
They,
one of my
they do
problems.
daily updates on that.
But the,
Really?
the biggest
shit.
problem I have
That's cool.
is that if I do so, one of the things one of my buddies brought up was like the cut. I guess Republicans cut a bunch of money out of cancer research for children
Okay.
in this one bill.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, why would they do that?
Right.
You know, unless you really are just like fuck these kids.
Right.
Are you really?
Are you that evil?
I have like a hard time believing that. You know, I'm like,
yeah.
okay, that's a hard for me like thing to be like a bunch of people being like fuck kids,
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
kids with cancer.
Right.
Same,
That's-
like, you know, with
yeah,
the like the
nowhere
whole because
near
of the
the
whole, and that's all came up because of the Democrats not standing up when they fucking at the
The kid,
yeah.
the
Dude,
DJ.
get over it. You get at some point you gotta show a little bit of humanity.
They don't. But neither did the other side.
I know, and that's what I'm saying.
Like like the comparison between like I understand commanding respect, right? And that's where I kind of wanted to agree with Trump when he had that dude kicked out. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if you remember in like 2000.
He got censured.
Huh?
He got censured for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just found out what that meant too.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like it's like
an
it's a
unfavorable-
formal kind of like reprimand.
It's like a contempt of court type
Yes,
shit.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holding you.
I don't know if it even does
I
anything.
hold myself in contempt.
It's like it's like getting written up at work. It really doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but
Goes in your
like
file.
like Trump was like, get him out of here.
Yeah.
But you remember in 2008 or 9 when Obama was doing his address, there was a Republican, I can't remember his name, stood up and called him a liar.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, yeah,
said
yeah.
liar.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that.
And he just kept going. Like,
yeah.
so
Well,
wait, do you attribute that to class or that command of respect?
I think it's
Should
just
Obama be like, get him the fuck out of here?
I think it's just two different personalities, honestly.
I also think
That's
it's
what I
too-
mean. That's what I mean. But the like the not saying anything, was that more classy of him to do? Or
But there's a difference.
I know.
There's a
but-
difference in it.
But was there a command and respect from Trump that's like, I'm the president? That's how I felt about
Okay.
that guy calling. You just called the president of the United States a liar. Like, fucking yelled it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it's disrespectful while he's talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's the president of the United States. So that's what I mean. Like, Obama should have, I feel like there's part of me that would be like, you should have fucking kicked that dude out too. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? When it's a disrespectful. You know what I mean? All those fucking stupid signs they were holding. Ugh.
Dude,
That
they look
shit was
so weak.
Like children, dude.
It's yes.
so
like
it's
like
so,
in like a
And
first
it's
grade
so
class.
hard to defend.
Like, Elon steals every time we say,
save
then-
Medicare.
yeah, with the
Bro.
mad faces.
I'm gonna wear my Ukrainian flag tie. Come on, man.
It's
it should be a
embarrassing is what
Ukrainian.
it is. It should be
But
a
I'm just
Ukrainian
like,
fact.
for real. Like, it's like I'm gonna wear a tie so that I.
So you guys all know I love
shows my allegiance to.
I love war.
How no?
Yeah,
how much?
Yeah,
How much support are we supposed to give these motherfuckers?
None.
dude, we forget that we're
No,
Americans.
That's how I
dude.
feel. None.
I feel
Fuck
like-
them.
But
I'm
it's
sorry,
like-
dude. Fuck the fucking Ukraine. I don't give a fucking shit about
Yo.
you guys. I don't give a fucking shit about Russia. I don't give a fucking shit about China. I don't give a fuck about Mexico. Don't give a fuck about Canada. I don't give a fuck about any of you guys. I'm sorry. I don't fucking care about you guys. Period. Like, I don't fucking care. I care about here because this is where I fucking live. I want my money that I fucking work for and get paid into a fucking bullshit system to pay for fucking my shit.
Yeah.
And guys, do you know, for anybody that's the 11 people that watch, do you know where
It's
that's coming
three-
from?
it's
But
381,
Scott can.
That's
yeah,
an
it
exact
is.
number.
That's right. Hopefully 383 maybe soon.
We need more guests.
But that comes
Each guest
from
brings like one more person.
that,
That's by themselves. Their mom.
bring a friend. Scott, correct
Tell
me
a
if I'm
friend.
wrong.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend. That type of vitriol comes from the fact that we give so much support to everybody else while our shit is fucked up.
Super fucked.
If our shit was good, I'm sure you'd be like, you know what? We can afford it. Everything is beautiful here. All right, we want to help somebody else out. Cool.
Yeah. You ever walk through
But-
Trenton? You ever walk through Baltimore?
Dude.
You ever walk through Camden?
You ever walk through parts of Atlantic
City?
20 minutes away from here. Yeah.
And we're fucking sitting here and we're like, oh, make sure we give these guys fucking money to kill
Yeah,
each other.
right.
Over here. That has nothing to do with
Just
us.
because we're going to benefit on the back end from it. Right.
It's bullshit, man. It's super.
It
It's
is
it's a
bullshit.
fucking. It's a club, and we're not in it.
Yeah.
It's a club that's all getting paid, and they're all fucking good using our fucking money, dude. The government doesn't produce anything.
No. No, it just
and we just pay them.
They
don't produce anything.
Right. Yeah. And they just take more and more. They not only do they take our tax dollars, they take our liberty a little bit at a time. Every law or something, or every time something happens, they use that shit as an opportunity. That whole fucking that statement that's been said. I don't know who created it, but never let never let a crisis go to waste.
Yeah.
That's one of the most diabolical things I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like it really is, because
really
they don't let any go to waste. Every time something happens is another
They're right in
step.
there.
Yep.
They're right
it's
in
like,
there.
oh, we're going to start checking this now, but all for your safety. It's like
They're right in there, man.
you said, we're literally giving our money to people that are stealing it, and it's not even they're legit though. It's not like they're taking it and using it for good. We're enriching these people.
Yeah.
And while we're busting our ass.
And meanwhile, people are sitting here. Like, I had this conversation with Sarah last night, right? And we're talking about, like, they're like, oh, well, people are all mad because billionaires don't pay their fair share. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, all right, I'm going to give you this analogy, because that to me bothers me more than anything. Mm-hmm. Is that you're mad that this guy over here figured out a way not to have his money wasted.
Stolen.
Okay.
Stolen, yeah.
So that would be like me. Like, so a fucking guy came through my neighborhood, robbed my house and robbed Jim's house next door. Right? He robbed both of us. But he took more from me than he did from Jim. And I go to the police and I'm like, why the fuck didn't that guy take more of his fucking money?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why? That's not fair. He should have taken just as much from him that he took from me.
Right.
Make sure next time I get robbed, he robs. Make sure that fucking guy knows.
Same amount.
Make sure, and that's what I'm saying. It's such a dumb fucking argument, man. None of us should be getting fucking robbed.
No.
Well, here's where I think the issue comes in, Scott. Is I don't think people believe that we're getting robbed still. I think a lot of people still think it's going to good use. And like, you're being a good American by paying your tax, because that's what we're told. And if you listen to certain media, or you on a certain side,
I'm a taxpayer.
You think
that you think you're doing a good job, and that they're not stealing. You're like, no, they need taxes to do this, to build roads, to do this. It's like,
you think people are just bitter because we can't get a leg up?
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's always going to be
obviously.
That's always going to be
like you said. Forever. They have the power to move markets. They have the power to, like,
I get it.
Even as little as we were talking about sports betting, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, Floyd can fucking afford to risk 1.3 million,
right,
to win 500,000 or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we can't do that. So,
but what's that got to do with me?
But they are paying. I don't want to say that they're not paying their fair share. They're paying a shit ton of taxes.
Yeah,
it's just not
the
percentage of what we pay.
Right. I get it, and this is why I think that I am a true believer in the flat sales tax, consumption tax.
Yep.
Because then, and it should be scalable, so that like everyday
rich people are going to buy yachts. They're still going to buy yachts. They're still going to buy Ferraris. They're still going to buy Lamborghinis, but you pay 1%. It's a consumer tax.
No. Luxury items, 100% get taxed fucking higher than fucking like actual things you need, like food,
necessities and shit.
Necessities,
luxury,
100%. Because then the people who are consuming the most in society are paying the most in taxes.
Yeah,
all the time.
You think that'll still be the same?
What do you mean? They run the numbers on it, and it's actually more money.
But I'm saying, like either way, we would pay more. Don't we consume more than the 1%? Doesn't the 98% consume?
No fucking way.
No
fucking way.
We don't consume more than the 1%.
Not in luxury stuff.
Luxury. But you're saying
that makes up. That's the whole point. Is like the amount of money. So if you're look at someone like me, right? Mm-hmm. That what I pay in groceries my whole life won't even fucking compare to fucking Jeff Bezos' yacht.
Okay, yeah. I get
so
that.
the tax that he's paying on that will probably fucking cost more for him than my entire life in what I pay for food.
So do you think that's do you think that's a possible or probable reality?
I think it's probably the best fucking the best actual outcome that we could have, because now you're taking you choose how much tax you pay at this point.
Has he ever expressed interest in that? Trump in these 4 years?
I haven't heard anything from him, but there's a lot of people talking about it. I shouldn't say it.
It's like somebody needs to get in his ear.
This is a viable option.
Because he already submitted the no tips, no overtime,
Yeah.
all that shit. When does that go? But that's only federal. It's not state.
Yeah. Which New Jersey's gonna fucking probably bump it up just to fucking be cocksuckers.
Of course they would bump it up. Why wouldn't they bump it up? They don't want anybody to fucking get ahead.
Not in this state.
Not with this.
So
Not with
weird.
fucking Murphy.
You think a Republican's gonna fucking take New Jersey?
It could happen. We came really close to flipping the state.
People do not like this motherfucker.
Did he fart on you? There you go. Get it. That's what you get, Kenny, for missing all those podcasts.
Put a mic to his ass. Put the mic on his ass. I want to hear
It'll
it.
just sound good.
Just put green smoke. He farts Eagles green.
All right, that's cool. Then. I'll deal with the smell if that's the case. No,
For Eagles green.
I don't like the whole. I've never been a fan. I guess because like the way not just because of the way I think, but the whole billionaire hate that people have. Because there's a lot of people that think like they shouldn't even exist.
I know.
A lot of people. I'm like, guys, you're only looking at like what you perceive to be the negative side. I get it. Can they negative side? Okay, play devil's advocate. Can they buy people? Yeah, like can they buy like presidents
Influence,
and shit and
yeah.
influence? Yes, they can. But here's what I say to that. Number one, do you like the freedoms and the liberty that you have in America? Most people will say yes.
Mm-hmm.
Billionaires are a result of the free enterprise market.
Yep.
It's just going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. So it's like, would you rather live in a place where it has a free market where billionaires will be created and they will have that much power and influence and all that shit? Or would you rather go somewhere where it's like totalitarian, where you can never get ahead? You're born in a place and it's
The same for everybody.
Yeah, the conditions are so overwhelming on the negative side that it's literally impossible for you to escape to the point where you're trying to escape the country and come to a place like this. It's like, deal with the billionaire shit, bro. And then on the positive side, one of your family members or friends probably has a job because that billionaire exists. They employ millions of people at this point. They are the reason you have, you might even have a job. The fact that you can live the life that you live because they were inventive and innovative enough to fucking think of this idea and be so great at it and grew it to a point where, yeah, you're Jeff Bezos. I can't imagine how many people Jeff Bezos employs. How many, you know what I mean, great lives that he created, for people because he had an idea 30 years ago. So it's like,
And that's the thing. Is like don't discount it and be like, oh, like, because I'll tell you right now, one of the fucking worst billionaires on the fucking planet is fucking Bill Gates.
oh my God.
He's a total fucking piece of shit.
And that's where it's bad because when you get a motherfucker that much power and influence, that's shitty. That's where it's like, okay,
But then, you have a
But-
billionaire like Elon Musk,
right.
who everyone fucking hates all of a sudden. He was the fucking golden boy,
Yeah.
For everybody.
The left loves him.
He loved him.
You
They
know
were
what I mean?
sucking him off.
Yep.
Like, I've never seen.
All the Teslas are all the left buying all the Teslas now. now they hate them.
Now they fucking hate him.
They hate anybody who'd bend the knee like that.
Yeah, but now he's going. Now he's going in, and I like him because I've listened to extensive interviews with him.
Mm-hmm.
I like what he's doing. I think that it needs to be done. And if you're gonna fucking throw shade at Elon Musk without throwing it at fucking Bill Gates, I already don't fucking trust you.
Yeah. No, I agree.
If you're gonna fucking if you hate Elon Musk and you don't hate Bill Gates,
Yeah.
there's something fucking wrong with you,
Yeah.
Does he want to reduce the population?
bro. He wants to kill, dude. He wants to kill everyone. He wants to feed everyone poison.
He wants to kill a third of the population. If we could do this, we can
Everything will be
reduce
fine.
the population. He tells you, you're
Just
like,
says it.
you're like, cool.
Yeah. Nah. And that's the issue. Is like everything is always looked through a lens of like ideology instead of people's own ability to think of what's right and wrong.
You think it's
like you said, if you love Bill Gates,
you think it's
and hate Elon Musk, it's like, what the fuck are you like? What do you support? Like,
well, do you think it's a little bit of the New England Patriots, Kansas City Chiefs shit with
Maybe.
Elon Musk? He's been winning for so long, so everybody's like, yeah, and now it's
Well, now he's getting into now he's
it's
like
into-
throwing his hat in politics, which he's never done
That's
before.
what I think
It's it's now you're dealing with power, so you have influence over people's lives, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. You might be doing cool shit, but you know, like you said, like maybe people are just tired of the win.
I think it's just that he's in politics now, and people are like, oh
Well,
yeah,
they have to.
He was doing cool.
When you pick a
shit
side,
before.
that's the whole two-party system. You pick a side, the other side's gonna fucking like you said. You can't stand up for a kid for cancer because Trump helped them
Yeah.
or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Or all
That's
those or all those other fucking people that were in there that he fucking like during that speech that he brought up. You know,
right. Those
nothing.
horrible, tragic stories of all those
Nothing,
people.
bro. And then you wonder, like, and you wonder why you're losing. You hold up signs.
Yeah, but
that say save Medicaid while you're talking about a fucking kid who fucking beat cancer at 13.
Yeah.
but when
Had like 5 brain surgeries.
but
Yeah.
they did the same. They do the same thing. Like
And then
did Republicans stand up when fucking Biden did that shit? No.
yeah.
Did
Oh,
they?
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when or it wasn't Biden, but it was Obama when Obama had they had this dude who got fucking blown up in Iraq or some shit. Everybody stood up.
Yeah. So
Everybody stood up.
what happened to us?
That's actually a good question.
Where do we lose? I'm serious.
No, I
where,
know, 'cause
Where
it's-
did we
it's-
lose our
it's
humanity
getting-
like that? Like
We didn't.
You think it's not gone?
No, we didn't. I don't think
No,
we
yeah,
didn't.
we
Like
didn't.
the people didn't.
No.
The machine and this is truly why I think this is happening. The machine is getting exposed. Like it really is. Trump is such a dividing force because the machine, like the deep state, really understands that the jig might be up.
Yeah.
That's my truth. That's my. You've never seen this type of like vitriol coming from the other side like this, like this.
not
You know,
at
and not
this
only that,
level.
but like really bad at it, like really bad. It's fuck. Did you
That
ever?
just reminded me of Trump just now. It's really worse than it's ever been.
Worse than it's ever been.
Really bad.
It's terrible. You're all gay.
your favorite line?
It is. It's the fucking funniest thing ever. But seriously, you've never seen this type of disingenuous hatred,
Yeah.
you know, from the left or from the right.
Yeah.
So it's like anything they can.
It's
hold
like
on to.
comical.
Anything they can hold on to.
Yeah.
Anything they can grab.
Yeah.
The fucking dude, the Democrats are so cringy with the way they're doing things now too. Like they're doing TikToks and fucking like these weird, like, oh, sit down with me, I'm the Rizzler. That fucking did you see
What?
that fucking lady?
The Rizzler.
The fucking lady who looks like little Nikki, like the congresswoman. She's
Oh
fucking
my
nuts
God.
looking.
I know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Is she Democratic or?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah?
a Democratic congresswoman. She did this whole. She's like, and she started using all like the shitty slang that the kids use.
That they don't really use because you never.
It
hear
is the
them use-
most cringy shit I've ever
can't
seen,
wait to see it.
and it's like they're
It's like-
grasping at straws.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to relate to? Like, stop. You just sound like that fucking dad trying to be cool. Like,
It's another.
You know how?
case.
And this is what I'm saying is like the whole reason this is happening is because I feel like the jig is up. Everything's on the chopping block. All that
Yeah.
the spigot is being turned off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, that's why I like Elon Musk so much.
that dollar spending limit.
Dude, that was the most gangster shit I've ever fucking seen in my life. Like, oh, a federal judge said we can't do this. Okay, cool. You get $1.
Yeah. Now buy it with your
Fuck
own
off.
money and give us receipts.
Yep.
And I bet you're not spending as much. What happened? You're not shitting on you. Relax.
It's so bad that I had to make sure he wasn't shitting. That's why I looked over. I'm like, make sure there's nothing down here.
Remember, he's old, so he barely has teeth, and he has to drink that pate, stinking ass, cat food smelling dog food.
That's
You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about?
That's what it smells
So,
like.
yeah, that's
too.
exactly
Yeah,
what. That's
yeah.
his fucking,
Nah,
and he
we're
loves it, so he fucking.
Of course
Nah,
he
we're
does.
good.
Dogs love shit that stinks.
Yeah, dogs love
They
shit that
do,
stinks.
man.
They do.
They're so fucking gross.
They like sweaty socks and
Yep.
fucking. That's why they fuck up your shoes. And
Gross as shit.
they're about to
weird.
peel this wallpaper off the fucking.
Yo,
It's
for
about
real.
to come off. You about to be banned from the podcast, son.
Just sleeping, chilling, farting.
He don't care.
Yeah.
Plus, he's 100. He's 16 years old.
He is 100.
He's 100 in dog years.
Got that fuck it in him.
Oh boy! At least it doesn't reach over here, Samson, which is good. Let Kenny wafting it, wafting.
Where do we go from here? I'm just curious
Where
to
do
see
we
how
go?
this goes. Like,
Where do we go?
I'm just waiting
because
like,
it's only been what 2 months.
Yeah,
It's
you know what? I
close
don't-
to 2 months. It's been
Think
a
about
long
how much
2
has
months.
Think about how much has happened in 2 months.
Dude,
I don't
it's
want
like
to say how much he's gotten done, but how much has happened.
happened. Dude, there's been like 2 years worth of shit happened in 2 months.
I don't know. It's just, it's weird. The whole Zelensky fucking.
Dude, border crossings are at an all-time low. So I
Yeah.
mean, that's something.
That
right
is
there.
something. That's good.
Yeah,
You know.
they don't
So I
want-
mean, that's
don't
he
wanna
is
come here
doing things that
anymore.
are good. I'm not,
Yeah.
and like I said, the whole like cutting funding for fucking cancer research. I want to know why.
Yeah.
I need to know why because every time if I Google something, and same with the VA, I want to know why. What are you trying to accomplish here?
Do you think they're cutting things as they go, or like? I feel like if I was there, I would prioritize somehow. You know what I mean? Like,
I would like to think that that's
where
happening.
why don't we start with the biggest spending? Okay, you know, if
The military. So I'll tell you.
if this is spending, you know, $100 billion, right? Why can't we start there?
So
Why are we starting with 7 things that total $48 million when your government subsidies are fucking ridiculous? They're almost in the trillions, right?
Yeah.
So why aren't you starting at these? There's got to be some waste up there. You know what I mean? Where you don't even
course
account.
there is.
You know what I mean? Like remember when the Pentagon couldn't account for $1 billion? Like that's
I'll
a
tell you,
billion
yeah.
doll- Now it's hundreds of billions
no,
of
no,
dollars.
I'll tell you
that
exactly why they're
that
not
go
going after the
unaccounted.
military right now.
Not the military, but
I'm just saying.
I'm
in
just
general,
saying the top
military-
shit.
the-
You know what I mean?
I'm saying the,
Military is one of the top though.
One
Yeah.
of the top government subsidies. Well, I mean, it's it's security, it's protection. Right?
exactly.
I mean,
And I think that with what we're doing with everything else, we need we're making enemies all around the world at this point.
of course.
Everyone hates us.
Yes.
Which is fine. Fuck off anyway. Like, you can all suck a fucking dick. All right?
America.
America first.
Fuck you. If I don't think he's going after the military right now because I think him pissing off everybody right
Well, it
now.
has to be the strongest it's been. I understand that. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
that's like one thing. It's like, all right, this is going to be the last thing we fucking go after.
Yeah, that's what I
because
mean.
I got to get all this shit, all these ducks in a row first.
okay.
Just in case.
Just in
So
case.
that's what I
Yeah.
mean. So you're prioritizing that in
Yeah.
a way, right? You're saying,
100%.
oh, I'm not gonna fuck with the military.
Yep.
Okay. And we talked about oil companies getting those fucking like, $100 billion, subsidies from the government when
Yeah.
they make trillions of dollars collectively. I'm sure it's not one
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
company or whatever. But let's get.
What are we
some-
getting in return for that?
Well, let's put up some real numbers. Though.
That's what I need to see.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like
By spending, this is what I'm saying. If you're putting out, let's say, like $100 billion,
Mm-hmm.
let's say that, right?
okay.
What are the American people
Getting for that.
in return for this?
Yeah, I get it.
Compared to what fucking CEOs of these companies are getting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know this. I need to know. I need to know I want hard data. I want hard numbers so that you can fucking run it and be like, okay, well, math doesn't fucking lie. You know.
Yeah.
Let's see the fucking numbers. Is it Is it beneficial to keep giving these people our taxpayer money
Yeah.
Right.
in order to keep gas at whatever price?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no, because at the end of the day, gas, like, if you look at the oil market,
Like crude oil.
crude oil
Like
market,
what is it? But for them to profit, doesn't it have to, the barrel has to be a certain
Has to
price.
stay around a certain
yes,
70.
area.
It's from 75 to
I forget.
whatever. I don't know the actual number,
does
but it
have
has
to
to be.
stay around a certain-
But it has to be a certain price.
yeah.
So if you did cut these things like government subsidies, does that plummet the price of fucking crude oil? And then
That's my whole
those
point.
companies falter? Like, that's what I mean. I just feel like, listen, if we don't give these motherfuckers $100 billion, they won't make shit. Like it won't be a viable source of income for a company to fucking drill oil.
Yeah,
Right.
because
You know
it's,
what I mean?
it's a
Like,
necessary. Like,
I
unfortunately,
need to know more. Like people
That's-
don't.
the
Yeah.
the world runs on oil. So this is like, if you look at it from us subsidizing it because we need energy,
Yeah.
that makes fucking sense.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like let's.
But where is
put that shit
what
up.
is the number that it needs to be in order for it to be
exactly
actually efficient?
So how much of it is waste?
Exactly.
Exactly. So if you're
Or
spending $100 billion,
being squandered.
yeah, same shit. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like you only see that number. Like, well, I'm saying like me. Like I only see the number where it's like $100 billion in government subsidies to a company that makes trillions of dollars. Yeah, but do they need that
Right.
In order to keep
$100
it.
billion to keep it profitable? How much like do you need to make $1 trillion a year? You know what I mean? I want to know what it takes to run that efficiently to where everybody makes money. Do you have to make $1 trillion a year? No.
No.
You know they don't have to.
Of course not.
You know what I mean? Do you have to keep the barrel at 100? Why can't you keep it at 75? Because that's the parameters you gave us. You gave us 75 to $100 a barrel. I'm just spitballing here, but why can't you keep it at 75?
Right.
You know what I mean? And have less government subsidies. Like, okay, if you gave us 50 billion, we can keep it at 75 forever. And still have it like.
What you got to realize too is that the world's oil market fluctuates.
Oh, of course.
You know, so it's not because it's not like a simply an American thing where it's like, oh well, it has to be. You said 75, so why can't I keep it at? The reason we can't keep it at 75 is because of oil production from other countries and how it affects the market and how they're releasing it.
But I'm just saying, like I wanna keep you afloat as the government. You know what I mean?
Because we need.
But I need to keep you at a certain, you know what I mean, on certain parameters as far as how much I give you. Like, okay, you don't make $1 trillion this year, you might make 800 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean. Like, I want to know how much of these government subsidies are wasted.
Yeah.
Because that's where the fucking real money is. And like you said, yeah, don't touch the military because right now we're not fucking friendly.
No.
We might need all the fucking.
Dude, did you see the fucking Canadian, the conservative Canadian leader?
The guy that won,
like,
Carney?
knock it off.
The guy that won, Carney? Or
Is that him? I don't know. I don't know.
the guy that won, the new
Paul
prime minister, or
his name's like Paul Revere or something like that.
no.
He's like the conservative guy. He's like the Republican guy for.
Okay.
For
yeah, but he
Canada.
didn't win. The other guy won, right?
I don't know.
The Carney, I think.
I don't fucking care.
You have your
Like I
phone.
said, I don't fucking care about Canada. I don't give a shit about your politics. All I saw was this fucking dork go on fucking on the news and be like, "Cut it out, Trump, or we're gonna keep this no trade war is good for anybody." No, it's really not good for you, asshole.
Yeah, you're way
the one who's
smaller.
gonna lose.
You're way
every
smaller.
single fucking time.
Yeah.
You're way smaller.
Shut up.
Knock it off.
Knock it off. That would be like me. My dad told me not to do something.
Yeah.
I mean, like, knock it off, Dad.
Yeah.
What?
So,
We're your fucking daddy. We are, and it's a truth. Like, and I'm not trying to
It's
say this to
empty.
be
It's an
funny.
empty threat. It's an empty threat.
It's 100%
Yeah.
empty threat.
Yeah.
No one's scared of you
Right.
at all in any kind of way. Period.
What would we be scared about?
Exactly.
You don't even talk right. French Canadians.
Don't even talk right. That's Santa right.
We also signed an
French
ordinance,
Canadians.
right? That English is the official.
No, yeah. It's like, dude, stop.
That's corny. Like
I know. There's a
that's
lot of
corny.
things.
Super corny.
The Gulf of America's corny. That shit's whack. Like, and then you're like, look at what he's doing, and then they're like, yeah, but the Gulf of America, and you're like, fuck. Like it gets hard to defend
So,
either side.
and that's the thing. So
And,
when I heard that,
and what are you doing? You're fucking, you're a server in Miami. You're like, all right, Poppy, like, half of these motherfuckers, half of my customers don't understand English. You think I'm gonna fucking
exactly.
make sure I speak it? Fuck off.
The two genders thing, I can kind of get behind because of the whole
yeah.
like the whole trans sports issue.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
with it.
only issue. Like, I think it's kids and sports. Like, to not recognize your genetic makeup is mind-boggling to me. You're stronger. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when we
Period.
talked about that kid that murdered like the girl's fucking race, but was 10 seconds behind
Every man,
the slowest
slowest
man.
man.
Yeah. Come on.
And it's not like I understand that you're not turning into a woman for sports. Like I hope like that's some real mental shit. You know what I mean?
wouldn't
Like
be surprised.
no, come on. You're gonna fucking act like you're a woman just to get a couple gold medals?
People love that shit.
Dude.
Can't
Bro,
get
people
If
behind
you're
fucking-
already that mentally ill, why not? Why?
Nothing's off the table.
I'm not saying that you would do anything, but like
But like I said,
the
nothing's off
type
the table.
of praise that these kids and not just kids, these people
That's because
get,
everybody walks on eggshells. Like, oh my God, you're so brave. You know what I mean? It's like
It's an
that
award.
might be worth it for
No,
them.
do you know how many people like a jiu-jitsu tournament's a perfect fucking example, right? You know how many people sandbag in jiu-jitsu tournaments just to get that stupid fucking dumb Naga medal?
sandbag. What is sandbag?
So you
losing.
so you say that you're way worse than you fucking are.
oh,
Like you've been training for fucking 5 years in jiu-jitsu and you go into the beginners division.
people do
Yeah,
that shit.
all the time, dude. My first event I ever did.
Bro.
That's
right?
terrible.
Busted my fucking ass. I cut like I think 12 pounds, which isn't crazy, you know what I mean? But it's a decent amount of weight.
Yeah.
You know, to get to this certain weight. My second round, so I beat the guy in the first round. He was like pretty much like just like me. Neither one of us knew what the fuck we were doing. We were just kind of like trying to figure shit out.
Yeah.
My second round, a guy threw a fucking flying armbar on me.
What?
You know how hard that is to do?
You know how many times you got to practice that?
Yeah.
That's insane.
In the novice division. And I just looked at the ref. I was like, "Are you guys serious?"
Like you, right?
And he even shook. He's like, "That's fucked up."
Yeah.
He said it to me. He's like, "That's fucked up."
Okay.
But
Like,
look at it. But that's why these fucking people do this. They're like, they are more so interested in getting some kind of title or being able to tell people like, "Oh, I'm a fucking world champion," or "I won the Naga tournament in 1992."
Yeah, dude.
That's
You know, like,
crazy. Like I,
people never.
I
got
gotta stop my what is it? Being naive and shit. Like I'm like, really? People can really do that shit? Like
you would never
they
even
say-
think to do it.
No,
Well, that's what
That's
it
the
is.
whole point.
It's-
It's like
yeah.
you're so. We were taught so much that like if you can't
merit.
merit, yeah, everything you're gonna do in life is
work
because
for
you're
it,
gonna
yeah.
work for it. It's not someone might get a fucking job because like they knew somebody or whatever. Like
Yeah,
I
nepotism always exists.
I was so jealous of my fucking boy when I was a kid, my boy Trevor, right? Because his dad worked for this concrete company, and I was always like, "Yo, can you get me a job?" Because dude, I remember he was making, this is 95, something like that.
30.
He was making like $15 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, 95.
In 95, that was fucking really good. You know?
Hell
And he's a
yeah.
kid, he's in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
high
he gave me a
school.
job there, and the only reason he had that job is because his dad worked there, and they're like, dude, we don't want a bunch of fucking kids running around a concrete yard.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a liability,
Right.
You know, and so I went. I remember I went fucking to this. My dad got me an interview with this quarry, right, like a rock quarry, and it's like that's like
All you're doing is breaking rocks.
all you're doing is breaking. You're doing hard work. And I remember I sat down. And I put my stupid little fucking outfit on. I went in, sat down with this guy, and this guy's like, "The fuck are you gonna do here?" He's like, "You understand?" He's like, "You're getting up at 5 a.m. You have to be here at 6,
Yeah.
and you have to work your." He's like, "You do realize how hard this job is?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. He's like, "No, you're not. You're not fucking ready. Look at you." You know, he's like, "You're not ready for this." And I remember I fucking left that interview so like broken.
Yeah.
Like I felt like such a pussy. But he was right.
You
You
never
know?
did it?
No, he didn't hire
Didn't
me.
even fucking try?
No, my dad, I remember I told my dad, he would say, he's like, "Yeah, you're not getting hired." You know? But like, he's like, "You're not ready, man. Like
Yeah.
you can't do this. You physically can't do this job."
I remember
It's
my
gonna
boy.
break you.
Right.
My boy got a job at a quarry, like right around that age, like 16. And I was like, it was like the best shape he'd ever been.
Oh, of
And
course.
fucking, not only Jack, his forearms were like Popeyes. Like, and he was
yeah.
like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Break rocks for fucking 8 hours." I'm like, "Fuck."
That is wild.
But this dude,
Insane.
I think he took a look at me and was like, "Nah, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not gonna last. I'm not even fucking waste my fucking time
Right.
on you."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's fine. Like whatever, that dude was just being like, he's looking at it from a liability standpoint.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean,
But
being
it's a
dumb-
business decision.
Exactly.
It wasn't a fucking.
You know? But back to the point. Everything was built on like merit, like you said, merit. Like you got your job based on what you've done before, how you like the training you have, and everything like that. It's kind of how the fucking world works, and these people just want to bypass all this shit and go right to the fucking top.
I still can't get.
That's how kids are now.
I can't wrap my
I
brain
know
around it.
because we're not.
I can't wrap my brain around the. Like you said, yeah, you do get praise from like, yes, it's so brave and you
Yeah.
know whatever,
Yeah.
but also the scrutiny you get.
Right,
Like, is that worth a fucking medal? Like, I don't.
They don't care. They have
I
it.
can't get behind it.
dude.
Think about who our celebrities were when we were kids. It was like Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
people like that. You know, like these people did the celebrity. You know, it was people who
guy
had
that-
talent.
The guy that doesn't pay security guards for a fucking coin toss,
Yeah.
piece of shit.
I'm not saying he's a good fucking guy. What I'm saying is like he was
Yeah.
fucking good. You're still wearing his fucking shoes too.
Right. I know.
You piece of shit.
Yeah, you're like, all right, never mind.
But like,
Dude,
all the people who were famous had merit
Yeah,
in their
they got
field.
there because of merit. Right.
Now,
oh
I want to be a fucking YouTuber.
no, fucking LeBron going after
Stephen A?
Stephen A.
What was that about?
Dude,
Oh,
son.
yeah.
he was
Okay,
like,
this
he
is
was
a
like,
good one.
don't talk shit about my son, right? Like, basically,
What did he say about his son?
I have some takes on
he
this.
fucking sucks. Like, he's not. I don't know. I don't want to say he sucks. He doesn't belong in the NBA.
Okay.
He is not merit NBA. He's too short. He's not good enough that short, right? Because he's what 6'2".
Yeah, about that.
He's
That's
6'2".
That's not necessarily too short though. It's short,
But he's
it's
not.
But
To be.
it's
I
more
feel-
as a skill level.
You're not Steph Curry at
No.
6'2" and some change.
No.
You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
you're fucking draining shit. You're
Yeah.
not that good at 6'2". I
Right.
feel like when you're the shorter side, you got to be fucking no joke.
Yeah.
Like LeBron
Yeah.
is a fucking animal.
He's an
So he's
animal.
6'8".
Such a
6'8", 6'9",
Bitch.
260.
6'8", he's 260. He's fucking, like athletic as fuck.
Yeah.
Like he's your son, but he's not you.
Right.
So the nepotism that you had to have brought on because nobody would have drafted that kid.
Right.
At least he's not wearing houses on his head at the Grammys.
Dude.
That's different. Artists are different.
talk about that
But
too.
anyway, Stephen A. He explained after the fact, like he was like, I was there on my own time rooting for my Knicks, right? He knew that people were listening and watching, and he tried to berate me about criticizing his son. And he goes, and I know that was a father talking, but he's also a professional basketball player. He knows where we were. We're on courtside.
Right.
And he said it
He
in
knows
front of
who
it.
he is,
He knows it was a soundbite. He knows he had to know it's gonna go viral,
Of course.
right? Because he thinks he's right. He goes, maybe he is as a father, right? And he goes, Stephen A. made the best. He was like, there's tons of podcasts out here that talk about these things. That's probably talking about us now that are hoping to get paid for talking about it. And he was like, I get paid to talk about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, so my job is to criticize professional athletes. He goes, I get paid to criticize professional athletes.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm not saying things off the cuff. I'm not
Yeah.
dissing your son. I'm dissing a professional basketball player, or I'm criticizing a professional basketball player. He just happens to be your son. I'm criticizing your teammate who just happens to be your son. You know what I mean? So he's like,
Wait, he plays in the NBA? His
he's
son?
on the fucking Lakers, man.
Is he
So
really?
he was
I had
on
no
the-
idea. I don't follow fucking basketball at all.
So he was on the
Go ahead,
on the G League, which is like a level under. It's like the NBA's
Minor league.
minor league,
Baseball
if you
minor
will,
league,
right? So he was there, wasn't doing too good, and then he actually started averaging more points. He had like a 30-point game, this, that, the other. So
In
I
the
think-
G League.
in the G League. So I think he's back on the actual Laker roster right now. But Stephen A. I don't think Stephen A. did anything wrong. Here's where I stand on this, because he was saying there's one clip that really I think maybe got LeBron pissed off,
Under his skin.
which was Stephen A's like, I'm pleading with you as a father, from a father to another father, stop putting the pressure you're putting on your son, because you're saying things like he's better than so many people in the NBA, all this stuff, like, and he's putting the pressure, and his son's not on the level to support the shit that LeBron's saying with his game. He's not that good. Maybe he will be. He's not. He's not right now. And so Stephen A. was basically saying that to LeBron, like, dude, just basically stop
Shut the fuck
talking
up.
about him. Right.
Yeah.
Stop talking him up.
Right. So, and I get the instant reaction of somebody if you feel like somebody's telling you how to father your child, getting offended.
Yeah.
But secondly, after that instant reaction happens and you say, is he right? Does he have a point? There's another clip that LeBron, he was being interviewed, him and his wife Savannah was being interviewed, and Savannah said, what do you want for Bronny? She was like, I just want him to be happy. Whatever he does, I want him to be happy. And LeBron, and he's laughing as he said it because he kind of knew, like, he's kind of being selfish. He's not dumb, because he was like, I want him to go to NBA, right? And that's like just one of the things that he said. But it builds up as you keep talking about him like this and saying things and putting this pressure on him. His name's already LeBron James Jr. He's got your name, dude, which is already pressure.
Pressure, yeah.
Yeah.
And he even said he regrets naming him that. He was like, I was young when I'm just thinking, oh, little me. But he was like, I had no idea it would be like this, that, and the other. But I understand LeBron getting offended, but also, bro, like you were saying, how Stephen A. was saying,
Now he's a professional
athlete.
basketball player.
This is what happens. You're in this realm. This is what it comes with.
Yep.
And now just because like it's not the pundit's fault that you weren't thinking about the negative side of your son being a professional athlete. Because it's like, yeah, is it dope that you and him were the first father-son duo to play in an NBA game together? Fire. I loved it. I watched, I was like, that's dope. I did. I was like, that's dope. But now here comes the other side too. You know, he's a 55th pick. He got the biggest contract. He got one of the big. No one getting picked 55th would have got the size of contract that he did, unless LeBron's your dad. You know what I mean? So,
Which doesn't make sense.
because like a part of me,
Makes sense at all.
No.
a part of me was like, when I first heard it happening, I'm like, I don't like the way this looks. I'll be honest though. Another part of me was like, people do this shit all the time.
Yeah, nepotism is
I was
alive
like,
and
yeah.
well.
And that's just me being human and honest, because like two wrongs don't make it right. But I'm like, yo, you know, like there's been so much of every other race doing shit like that. And it's like, yo, you know, you got that power, bro. You giving the NBA 20 years of blood, sweat, and tears, and now your son is maybe good enough to get in. All right, do it. But at the same time, I looked at it the other side. I'm like,
You
not,
know,
this ain't the way to
but
do it,
you
bro.
know what comes with it.
Yeah, you know what comes with it.
You know what comes with it.
You got to deal with
And
that.
Stephen A. was like, I understood him as a father,
Right.
but he was like, he should have brought me aside. Like we should have. He goes like, me and LeBron don't fuck with each other. He just said it just like that.
He did say
He's
that,
like, me and LeBron James don't fuck with each other.
Yeah.
And we're not cool. We might be cordial.
Yeah.
We don't really fuck with each other like that.
Yeah.
It would have been better for him to pull me aside and come to me as a father. You know, take it easy on my son or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it comes to the father-dad thing,
Right.
if that was you have no leg to stand on when you're criticizing a professional athlete. It's what I get paid for.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he was like, the fact that you did it very publicly, he was like, because we're both public figures. You came right up to me on court side,
Right.
and you let me have it.
Yeah.
So naturally, I got to let you have it. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Yeah.
so he used his fucking platform to fucking tell him, like,
and
he's a professional athlete.
and
You know
another
that. Like,
Right. And another thing is he wasn't Stephen A, from what I've seen, he hasn't talked about Bronny like he hasn't done anything he doesn't do with anybody else. He's criticizing his game. That's all.
that's it. That's what he gets paid. to
Right.
do.
And this has been around forever. You know what I mean? Like pundits and commentators and whatnot of the game of professional athletes, this has been around forever.
Yeah.
They're going to talk bad about you. They're going to talk good about you. Gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And like, you, LeBron, need to be the main one. And I would like to think that you've done this because you've been the topic of conversation maybe more than any other athlete, maybe in history, other than like Michael Jordan. You should have been teaching your son, yo, this is where you're going. You gotta learn how to deal with this. This is exactly the roadmap of how you deal with critics, this, that, and the other. Is no better person to teach
Yeah.
than you. You've been through the ringer. So he wasn't talking bad about him. He was talking about LeBron mainly. It wasn't like directed at his son. He's like, yo, because I remember he said, he was like, stop exposing your son like this. He was like, you talking about him like this and saying he's this good, and then he's putting up these abysmal numbers. You're exposing him. Because now, whenever you talk, you know people are going to
Listen.
they're going to listen and go to us wherever you're saying, okay, what? Now the spotlight is on him more than it already was. And now, you know, it's not his fault he's not that good, you know, and everybody says he seems like a good kid. And I've seen interviews and have seen him talk. They seem like they have done a great job raising him. He seems like a great kid. Yeah. But nobody gives a fuck about that.
It doesn't work.
Because that doesn't matter.
Like all like professional sports is one of those places where like it doesn't work.
Right.
It doesn't work
Right.
because you get exposed immediately.
Yeah, but there's an insane amount of talent in professional sports.
That's the yeah.
Like the highest
And
that exists.
Not only that, you have talent, work ethic, fucking professionalism, like
Yep.
fucking class. Like you need a lot of like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Like you could be,
Self-restraint.
you could be fucking what was it? What was the dude from the Giants? Fuck the wide receiver. The Giants he's always had the blonde hair.
Wide receiver.
Beckham.
Oh,
Odell
yeah,
Beckham. Odell Beckham.
Yeah, I totally forgot.
Yeah, me too. But that's what I'm saying. Like you could have the talent level of him and be a fucking cocksucker,
Yeah.
a cancer in the locker room,
Yeah.
on the team,
Yeah,
and
nobody-
people don't want to fuck with you.
They don't want to
Yeah.
fuck with you.
Yep.
Exactly.
Professional sports is the ultimate equalizer.
Yep.
It is because you can't hide.
Sports is in general. Yeah.
You can't hide who you are. You can't hide
Nope.
like you can't.
You
can try to lie all you want.
You can have a
Right.
good game. You can't have you can have a lucky game. You can't have a lucky career.
Yeah.
Correct.
Exactly.
So it's like you said, it gets exposed. You know what I mean?
It's fucking great.
And
It's one of the only sectors that we like within our world where you don't have pieces of shit working with you.
Yeah.
You know, because they get
Every-
exposed and they get let go right away.
Everybody is top of the top.
Yeah, you have
I
to
just
be.
feel like so
Yeah.
so
Because
many
you get replaced if you're not.
That's right.
So
Quick.
many
right away.
Yep.
and so many athletes can't deal with, like you said, being a cancer in the locker room, or like so many people ask for trades. Like I feel like that's never been a part of professional sports, like asking to be traded.
Yes. Now it's
Asking, or maybe it's public. Maybe they did do that back then, but not everybody knew it. Because if you went to the coach and you're like, yo, you know, I don't think it's working out for me. Me and the guys don't really get along. Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? You have to make that public. Like you're like,
Right.
yo, Will just asked me for a trade. I was like, I came to you as a
yeah. In private.
like I don't
confidence.
think I want that out. Like now I
Right.
got to play 3 or 4 more games with these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And they know I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But asking for it so much, like it's become so normalized. It's fucking weird. They didn't do that shit back then.
Yeah,
you might
it's-
have recruited good free agents,
But
but I don't think you ever like picked the team that you wanted to be on. It's like, yeah, all right, let me go over here, or let me go over there.
yeah, I have
And like with like when they did with the Mavericks, and they
yeah, it sounded like it was right here. Like it was a
that
bird
sounded
right
like it was
here.
inside. They traded Davis for
Anthony
Doncic,
Davis for
right?
Luka Doncic. Yeah.
Luka Doncic.
Maybe the biggest trade in NBA history.
Yeah, but they didn't trade. I don't think Anthony Davis is better.
No, he's not.
But
player,
Luka
but not
Luka is
better.
the pizza and beer. Like he's like the Babe Ruth of basketball,
Yeah.
apparently.
But he's unfucking believable.
But he can't. You know, they were like, it doesn't fit into our organization, so they traded him. You know what I mean? Everybody thinks it's just a fucking big mistake. You traded immense talent for
Yeah.
lesser
Well,
talent.
yeah, but that's what they're saying. Like I remember hearing something about it. Like, oh, they don't like his I guess his private life the way he like. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, he only took them to the finals last year. Like he came the greatest achievement you can achieve in basketball. He was in that series. One of the last 2 teams.
It's like being like, I don't like his political views, so we're gonna fucking trade him.
Yeah.
Fucking cares, man. Is a dude putting up points?
How about Barkley going after dude Kendrick
Oh yeah, called him
Kendrick Perkins?
an idiot.
He called him a fucking idiot because he was like, the Lakers have had 2 good games or something like that. Was it 2
Yeah.
good weeks or 2 good games?
2 good weeks.
He goes, they had 2 good weeks, and he's praising the Lakers like they're
saying like
saving
they
the
saved
NBA
the
ratings.
Yeah.
And he was like, when Cleveland, he's like, Cleveland's having the best year,
Right.
and another fucking
OKC.
and Oklahoma are having like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, great seasons, and you want to say that the NBA was saved by the Lakers. Like, he's like, get off the Lakers' dick. He's like,
Yeah.
you work for a shitty network that unfortunately we're gonna have to work for next year. He went crazy. I was like, I fucking love Charles Barkley.
He doesn't give a fuck, dude.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't.
He spit in a woman's face. She must have said some shit. He didn't give a. Remember that? You remember
I
that? It was
forgot.
like 1993 or
I
some shit like
forgot
that.
about that till you just
Hell
said that.
He
Yeah, I
hawked-
remember hearing
He
about
hawked
that
to it
now.
her face in front of everybody.
I don't
Oh,
remember
yeah.
this.
Look it up.
Look it up. Yeah, man.
He
just-
doesn't give a fuck. And yo, the best part was Shaq dying laughing on the other side.
oh,
He didn't say a
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
thing. He was just going
Yeah.
laughing.
He just
and he was
laughed.
like, he's like, maybe not all of us will be at that.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's
not.
like a bunch of fools on that network.
bunch of
talking about-
fools
he's
on
like,
that network.
I guess we're gonna be fools next year too, because we're gonna be working for.
Was it? They were TNT now.
Yeah.
But they get merged or merged.
They just signed new deals with ESPN. But
And he's like Kendrick Perkins. He's like this is a fucking idiot. Always talking about the Lakers. He's like this is the only team in the NBA that he knows about. I don't know. He went crazy. It was so funny. But watching Shaq die laughing was so fucking hilarious. But it's like I don't know, man. Like you said, nepotism exists, but yeah, in sports, like you got to be more than a name, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be good.
I'm not saying he's bad, but he's not NBA good.
Yeah.
Not yet.
No.
You know what I mean?
Probably won't be. Maybe he will. Who knows? Maybe he'll fucking step the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Might.
Maybe he will.
I think he has the ability to be a decent player.
Does he have the work ethic? I mean, he's been rich his whole life.
Yeah.
He was born when LeBron was 16.
That's the one thing you don't hear though about him, that he doesn't like.
I'm not saying that
he doesn't work. I feel like you would hear it.
I'm not
though.
saying that he's a shitty kid or that.
Yeah, no, I know.
But I'm just saying your work ethic.
No, I know.
Like LeBron didn't grow up like obviously at 18 he became a millionaire, right?
Yeah.
It's because like right there he didn't even go to college, right? He just went straight
Straight from high school.
And then after that, like they stopped doing it. And you need like a 2-year type of thing, whatever. Because Kobe did it too, right?
Yeah, Kobe. Yeah.
But you think about a person that's been raised wealthy since they were like 2 years old. Now you have a personal chef, you have personal trainers, you have the best facilities. Do you have the work ethic to make all that work for you?
Right.
That's where I think it might be a disconnect.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
maybe.
You know what I mean? Like I don't come from that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure LeBron had to work a lot fucking harder.
Oh yeah.
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 And it's just, I don't know. Like you have tons of people that are working way harder.
Right.
You know, you already have the name, but do you have the work ethic to compete with these people that come from nothing?
Yeah.
This is also like part of that, like what you're born with, like that.
That's what I mean.
You know, you have it or you don't,
right
type of thing.
That's that's where the ethic comes in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you have the ethic and the wherewithal to fix that foul shot?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, I have to keep. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah,
the fuck
yeah.
the fundamentals
are and
are.
shit,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Do you have the ability to fix it, or are you just gonna keep shooting it wrong?
Yeah.
That's the.
Yeah,
It's
you're willing
just-
to put in that work when you know you don't need to.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Yeah, Kobe.
I don't need this. I don't need to be in NBA.
his warm up was 2,000 made shots before he started a workout.
Jesus.
2,000 made shots. Like
How long does that take? I want to know how long.
that's what I'm saying. How long does that take? They
Hours
were
and
like he was
hours,
in the
man.
gym like 4 o'clock in the morning. He said
Yeah.
on a good night he would sleep 5 hours. Like that's crazy work ethic.
But that's
And that level of
the way he's
Physical.
That's what I'm saying is like the fact that he was able to operate.
To exert
Yes.
like that and then operate.
and
yeah.
not only find time for other shit. Like this motherfucker taught himself how to play the piano. He had all kind of side shit too. Like, like projects and as he got older,
Should learn
got
how to
into
fly a
music and
helicopter.
shit.
Sorry, keeping it, dude.
Not too soon, but Jesus.
He wasn't flying. I'm just saying.
Well, he did that to avoid traffic, right? Like they. It's fucking dark.
It is dark. It is dark. But I'm
Dark
like,
in this basement.
sorry, Kobe.
Oh man, free speech. I love it.
Sorry, Kobe.
Do what we want.
Until
Rest
you
in
talk,
peace.
until you talk
to
about
one of the
Musk.
greatest. Until you talk about Musk. Can't talk about him.
Then you
I
get
still want to know
flagged.
if that's actually true. If he actually got flagged.
He said my account
He
was
said my account was flagged. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, if you don't
come
get
with
it
the
from
receipts,
if
then
you don't get
show
it from the
us.
horse's mouth, what I was asking
Show
you was,
us.
what does that mean? Does that mean you can't post anymore? Did they send you a little warning like YouTube does to us every other fucking podcast?
Wait, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Elon Musk said his what account was flagged?
Bill Burr's,
Bill Burr said-
Bill Burr's
Oh, yeah,
X
right.
account was
Yeah.
flagged because he said some shit about Elon Musk.
and that's the thing. It's like, but what
I
did
want
he
to know the
say?
email. Yeah, like
Because like it's very vague the way he explained it. Like
Yeah.
he vaguely explained. He's like, I posted something about Elon Musk and I got flagged.
Yeah, it's like
Right. And I'm like, all right, well, what did you say?
right.
And was it a community notes thing that flagged you or something like that?
well, he
Because
posted what he said. I don't remember
Did
what,
he?
what
I
the
didn't see
tweet
it.
said, but he
'Cause I actually
posted
tried to look it up.
the tweet. Maybe he had to take it down.
I don't know.
Maybe
And
it
that's
was
the thing.
never
Because if that is true, if he really got like censored
Butthurt by it?
because Elon Musk got
Yeah.
butthurt. That's fucked up. That's
It
fucking
is fucked
stupid.
up. It's
Yeah,
stupid.
it's lame. Yeah.
It is.
Don't
lame.
go against what you're fucking talking
I was
about.
about to say
It
that's
is lame.
exactly what you
It's exactly what
supposedly
you just
believe in.
did,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fucking dumb. Like, it's like, all right, say what the fuck you want.
Right.
I just don't feel like Bill Burr would lie about that dumb shit.
I don't know, man.
Not for a joke, and it wasn't even like a joke.
He's
Like,
been real fucking
Left.
really.
I know.
Yeah,
I was
it's like
shocked
strangely
recently,
on the left.
yeah.
I feel like he doesn't care about either side. Like
he talks about it like he does.
His wife does,
Oh,
a
so
lot.
maybe
Yeah.
that's why.
because he actually talked about it in his comedy about how
Yeah.
Democrat she was, and
Yeah.
But doesn't he always like go against her?
no, like
Just
he would
to
talk,
be
he would
against-
make jokes about it and stuff like that. But I think he might be feeling the heat a
Really?
little bit. I don't know. I
wonder.
see. I'm just speculating.
I wonder.
I don't know for
because
sure.
He has to live with her, so I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know.
I know.
Sometimes you're just like, all right, dude.
I think
Jesus
we all
Christ."
know.
Yeah.
You got to pick your battles.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
It's
Yeah.
like
yeah, I have a couple friends, like really close. Two of my really close friends who are like, pretty much like me, like middle ground, like kind of independent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But their wives are like really Democrat,
Dude, I don't know.
and it's like it's like a fucking nightmare. to
No,
talk
that's
about.
that's rough. I don't know how that lasts.
it's because you can't get you.
You just don't talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have to keep the conversations minimal.
I can't
You know,
imagine.
it's like me and my mom. Like me and my mom don't see eye to eye on
Yeah,
a
but
lot
you don't have
of
to
political
talk to
stuff.
your mom every day or live with her.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get
know
that.
what I mean?
I'm just saying, but at the same time, like whenever politics comes up, I try to just completely avoid it.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, let's not do this.
Yeah.
We're not gonna
I do
agree.
that
And
too.
it's okay.
With my mom, yeah, same way.
You know, it's okay. It's okay.
But I don't know if I
want
could. I don't know if I could.
to enjoy my time with you. You know?
I really don't know if I could. And it sounds. I never thought I would say this.
You can't let it divide. Remember?
I don't know if I would. If I started like talking to somebody and I found out they were like super hardcore left, I'd be like, this is a waste of time.
Then that,
I do. I really do. We would argue because I feel passionate about this shit. Like it's not like little subjects. You know what I mean? Like it's like we vary vastly on what we believe in a lot of different ways. Okay, yeah, we connect on things and maybe we like each other, but like I don't know, man. It's shit has gotten so polarizing now that I don't know if it's for me.
I just think
Feel
that
it'd be possible.
everybody concentrates on the extremes, right?
yeah.
Yeah, no.
And then
I agree.
that's all you have left.
And most people aren't extreme.
Yeah, but that's
So-
all you have left are two extremes.
Right.
So you're never gonna fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have all the way over here. You have
Yeah.
all the way over there.
Yeah.
and-
You know what it is? I think because to me, any extreme. If I met somebody super far right, no either.
That would turn you off. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like any extreme to me, this is why I would say I probably wouldn't want anything to do with that person, is because it's not just that doesn't just represent how you feel about politics to me.
Yeah.
It shows me how reasonable you are as a human. Because if you're super far left or super far right, we all could agree that most of those people aren't reasonable human beings. Like the shit that you believe in is like really?
Yeah.
Like there's no bending that you can't see any other way than this fucking far like nah, I'm good. But if you're not saying if somebody just because they're left, I couldn't. Because I still believe in a lot of things that the regular, normal fucking left, those values. Not this shit going on now, whatever it's turned into.
Well, it's just like what did the one commentator was like, you're either woke or you're not. And that's how they feel.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like it's how Democrat, like extreme left feels
Right.
now.
It's like there's no understanding.
They've become the extreme.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I said, all you have left are those two extremes, fighting, and they're not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
No, they won't. But it's kind of good that they're not, like, because really, I think that this pendulum swing is going to bring it back into the middle eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
I really hope
Because
so.
because it's so like the left is so ridiculous at this point
Really, it's absurd.
that
So much of it.
and the right is so fucking ridiculous
Yeah.
that what's going to end up happening is and I'm hoping that there's going to be like a rise in this like independence, like an independent like middle ground,
Yeah.
where common sense takes over.
Yeah. That's
Just common sense shit where people can actually have a common sense debate about topics without screaming over top of each other. You know, like dude, watching Piers Morgan show is the most
I watch it
infuriating thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. Like because I keep getting clips from it.
Yeah, I watch.
I don't actually watch the show.
But he's like,
They call him the Jerry Springer of politics because that's exactly what it is. Like just
what is
people
he just watch?
screaming on top of
So
each
he
other.
watches the two extremes fight.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And it's so annoying, man, like to watch. I'm like, dude, just
Yeah.
Because you
it's
don't
like listening
get
to that
anywhere.
kid fucking Parker, like those little left wing fuckhead kids.
Oh,
It's like Parker, that other fucking Henry Sisson. Like it's like there's like 3 of them, and they're like these little turd kids
I've never heard of them.
who they all dude. Someone needs to punch them in the fucking face. I want every time I see their face, I want to punch it.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
their-
very punchable?
They're pretty much like Democrat funded like
activists. Almost.
activists. Yeah, like they're little turd faces. They're real good. They are. They are such turd faces, dude.
That's the technical term for
They are.
Democratic.
They're really good at like spinning so like debate. So they do like all those like stupid like Jubilee debates.
Oh,
and
yeah,
all
yeah,
that stuff
yeah,
like that, where it's just they're just talking over somebody and thinking that they won the debate,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And they're not really bringing any actual like some points that they may do. I'm not gonna say they don't ever make any good points, but most of the time what they do is once they start getting backpedaled is they start screaming over you and change the subject somehow. Kind of the same with like Destiny. He's the same
okay.
fucking way. He talks real fast and over you to the point where you're like, what the fuck did you just say? He's like, yeah, see, you're so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, all right. You're not making any fucking sense. You're just talking. You say a bunch of words that don't make any fucking
Loud
sense.
noises.
Yeah.
Remember? Brick from fucking Anchorman.
But that's where was I going with these little turd faces?
Like I said, you said we were talking about Piers and having the two extremes just go at it.
It's so
getting
fucking
nowhere.
dumb because you don't get anywhere. Like if you have like that's why I like Charlie Kirk. Like he goes out there and he has conversations with these people and sometimes and every time there's some jerk off who gets fucking beat.
Yeah.
They're like, you're gay and you like boys, but bye, you know. And he's like, see, he's like, you look stupid. He's like, you're really good at like the one kid was like, you're really good at word vomit. He's like, okay. He's like, what did I say? He's like, you're good at lying and making it sound like the truth. He's like, okay, well, what did I say that was a lie?
They don't have
He's like,
any.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know,
have any
but
receipts.
like-
That's why I would never get into that debate because I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, unless you're
I
prepared.
like it. I like it because it exposes me. Like
Yeah.
I want to be proved wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to. Like I want
Same.
you to tell me something that I don't fucking know, and tell me why my fucking point sucks.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
Same.
You know. So and I'm okay with it. Like I want more information. I want to know why you think the way you think.
I'm dying to watch that Gavin Newsom.
It's not even worth watching.
It was that bad.
It's all, dude. Charlie Kirk.
But he kind of made in the clip that I saw made Newsom backpedal a little bit.
A little bit. The entire thing is him backpedaling.
Of course,
It's him trying to reword the entire interview. Is him trying to reword things to make it sound like not so fucking stupid. It's
Did
amazing.
he do it good?
No,
No, he's
because
not
Charlie
good at
Kirk
it.
is dude. Charlie Kirk pushes him because he's a genius at breaking things down logically and then making you have to give logic back or else you fucking.
But he also brings facts, specifics,
This is my whole point.
statistics. Fucking,
He knows it all.
He knows it all. So it's like he's prepared for his side,
Yeah.
and he kind of knows some of your side. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he
If
gets.
you're not-
He knows all of your counter arguments already because he's heard them all before.
yeah,
So he's
that's
prepared for it.
always
He's
the
like,
same.
okay, boom, and then they're like, oh well, you're gay.
you're gay for saying that.
It's stupid, you know.
Yeah.
I haven't heard too many people speak to him where they actually bring up good, valid points from the left, you know, because all of their logic now implodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They, before if they had stuck to, it's funny because I always say this about like if a Democrat of the, let's say like of the JFK era, like say like my mother, right, were to go up and talk to Charlie Kirk, they would probably agree on most things,
Yeah. Crazy.
almost everything.
yeah, because it's somewhere along the line this shit shifted.
Yeah. They would agree on just about everything. Maybe not how to do it, but agree that it's a problem and that this needs to be solved. Maybe not how to do it, but that's fine. I mean, maybe they got different ideas, but for the most part, they would agree on everything. And every time I see a fucking interview with some super woke fucking college kid who thinks that they're smarter than them because they're in college.
Their logic implodes on themselves.
And their logic implodes on it because this man is bodying you.
Yeah.
Not only that,
And never went to college.
He's using your same logic.
Yeah. It's not hard, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
This isn't hard things. These aren't hard things to understand.
No.
It's ideology. It's not
That's
fucking,
what it is.
It's not fact.
Ideology takes over people's, like, their actual common sense.
Yeah.
And even if you have a belief, if you believe in your ideology over your beliefs, well, that's where you're fucked.
It's
Yeah, so many people.
the anger too that people feel when you don't acknowledge their ideology or their feelings or
You
their
don't, you, don't,
emotions.
you don't think I exist.
Yeah, they feel.
Shut the
it's
fuck up. I don't
identity.
care if you exist or not.
No, like
It's not even about that. Yeah, it's like
I don't care.
90% of the
Right.
country, feels insignificant and doesn't mind it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
right, like we don't go around every day like, am I significant?
It might, I
Does this
gotta
guy
change
over here think I
I
exist?
gotta change the world. Like,
I hope this guy thinks I exist.
I don't know.
It's a weird way to think.
It is.
It's real. It's
You're
real.
you're not using my pronouns that I like, so you don't think I exist. No, I just don't. I think you look fucking weird.
Yeah, it's real soft and bitch like is what it is. It's soft. It's like,
But
It's
like,
compliance.
but it's also like if somebody said
it's weird compliance.
if somebody said that to you, you're like, my pronouns are such and such.
I probably.
Would you purposely use different pronouns, or would you be like, okay, I'll call you whatever you want to be called?
It depends, right?
Yeah, it
so it
depends.
depends on how they approach me,
Yep.
right? If they approach me real like, yo, if they
They're combative.
Exactly. If they're like, excuse me, it's ma'am.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
I'd be like, all right, sir, shut the fuck. All right, sir, what the fuck you want, sir? Then I'll come back. But if they're like, hey, like, would you mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you can get fired for that shit.
Well,
I don't even use that. I don't say sir. I said like, hey, what's up?
But it's
Okay,
also,
you know what I
I feel like online it happens so much that people are like, they go in these committees and they're like, I identify as this. It's never happened to me in person.
What do you mean?
Nobody's ever come up to me and be like, just so you know, my pronouns are blah, blah.
Oh, no.
Just so you know, I identify as her.
and
not
especially
him.
being a bartender, you're a good
Dude, we
gauge
deal
of
with
it, too.
everybody.
You deal with
Yeah.
all types of
Millions
people,
of
all walks
people.
of life.
In
Yeah,
20
I've dealt with.
in 20, 20, I think I've been bartending 25, 26 years. I've never had anybody. ever.
Actually, I had a trans woman, I guess, I think it was a trans woman. I mean,
But you
because
treated her as a
she
woman
had
from the door,
the
right? You didn't-
deepest fucking voice. I'm
But
like,
you didn't say,
"Oh,
what's up, sir?
Shit.
But
Right.
she's clearly dressed as a woman. You didn't
No, I was like,
hey,
hey, what's up, guys? It was two. I was like, hey, what's up, guys? What can I get you? You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
it.
That's it.
Right,
It's
right.
the easiest way to do it. you know?
Everybody's normal.
And-
Like, why do they fucking... They make it seem like it's so...
But the thing is, if I had gone
prevalent.
up to her and been like, hey, what's up, guys? What can I get you? And like, guys, I'm like, I'm not doing this with you guys. Bye.
Yeah.
I would have picked up the napkins and be like, all right, see ya. Go complain. I'm not doing it.
Right.
I'm not doing it because I already know where this is going.
Yep.
You're starting it off
Right.
from a
You're looking
Yeah,
for it.
that's what I mean.
from
You're
an aggressive
you're
state.
combative.
Like, you're being combative right off the bat. Bye.
Right.
Get
Right.
out.
But it's never happened. It's never happened to me.
Internet.
That's what I mean. They make it seem like this is the way the world is. It's not. It's really not.
Once people realize the main goal of the powers that be is to just continually and forever divide us, we should smarten up and realize that's what's happening and not think, oh, the world is really like that. It's like,
can't.
what is your fucking life like when you go outside?
I think, dude,
You don't deal with this,
if we didn't ever look at any of this shit,
dude.
I think about it all the time, just being like,
Oh
you know
my
what, for a
God.
month, I'm not gonna fucking
bro.
look at anything.
If we
I'm not gonna look at my phone. I'm not gonna use TikTok. I'm not gonna use Instagram.
imagine what
I
the
don't
world
really
would
use-
look like if
no one really uses Facebook unless you're 50 anyway. So
I don't have one.
imagine if cell phones,
We need one for the podcast.
social media disappeared and none of us somehow looked at it for a year. What the world would what would change? Everything would change.
Everything would change. Especially
We'd
your
be
attitude.
so much
That's what
friendlier.
I said. That's what I mean. People are so fucking angry because you live there. And that's not the real world.
No, it's
it,
truth,
dude.
man.
People live on their phones and
They think everything is so ugly.
yeah.
You know?
We talk about that shit before when we're like, you won't let your kids cross the street because of that.
Yeah.
Like, how far from your house did you go as a kid? And you were fine.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Totally
But
right.
now you're like, no,
I don't know
man.
if I was fine, but I was doing it. I didn't.
You're-
I end up in the back of a van that you want to fucking rent.
And now you're a host of a very prevalent
That's right.
podcast.
You did well.
Your life
son.
turned out well.
You did well.
I knew not to get in the back of a van.
You did really well for yourself.
That's all I knew.
Nobody's ever nobody's ever rolled up on me and be like, hey, I have candy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
That's never happened to me.
Yeah.
I feel like it's funny because like the crew, like the kids I used to fucking run around with in like when I was in grade school
And
and,
that's
stuff like
another
that.
thing. There was a
I feel
bunch
like
of
we would have started throwing rocks at this motherfucker.
Yo, facts.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Because we were told like we used to have like the like the Dare guy used to come around and like McGruff would come around like ooh, I'm fucking McGruff. I'll tell you about how kids are getting raped in vans. Like and we all knew it.
Right.
Yeah, we all knew about like the fucking dangers and everything. They're like, all right, well,
Yeah.
like if someone fucking starts acting weird around you, they're a fucking weirdo.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't talk to fucking strangers.
Right.
Easy.
As a kid,
That was
it's that
it.
simple.
But now it's like the world's a scary place. I need to be at the bus stop that's 2 doors
Oh,
from my
dude,
house
stop.
to pick up my kids because that's where you lose them.
Yeah. In like the nicest fucking neighborhood ever.
Right.
It's just-
Right. The most crimeless neighborhood ever.
I just don't understand. Like you said, making people fearful. I guess that's a form of
It's a
control.
control tactic, dude.
You ever?
It
do-
works. It
do you
works
get, like,
so well.
It does work.
Do you get like ring like alerts from fucking like your neighbors and shit like that?
Yeah.
It's the
hate
fucking
that
most
shit.
hilarious shit
I-
I've ever read in my life.
There's so,
I can
there's
only
so
imagine.
many losers on there.
Oh
though.
my God.
Like if you post on that, you're a
fucking
fucking
loser. Dude.
loser.
You're a fucking loser.
I understand if you
hilarious.
lose a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Because
sense. I found a dog.
I hear
Very
I hear a siren on Springfield. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Oh my
How
god.
fucking shitty is your life, dude? Like shut the
That's
fuck up.
all the time.
Crazy.
Yo,
Lots of police activity over by the Wawa. Anyone know what's going on? Who fucking cares?
It's so funny when I see shit like that. It's so funny to me that people like that exist because
I
it
know.
seems like it's only in movies and comedies.
No.
No,
it's
dude.
like
It's real.
No,
that's
they're
real.
real. I know.
It's real life
That's
on the
where
Ring
they're-
app, dude.
that's
Get a
where
Ring
they're
camera.
getting it.
Hold on, let's
That's where
go
they're
through something.
Yeah,
Let's read
yeah,
something.
please.
dude.
Because it's fucking great. It's the best entertainment.
Like I love when people get us about the skits, and they're like, "Oh my god, it was so funny." I'm like, "It's a true story." All of those are true
Yeah,
stories.
all of them, every single one.
They're all
Stafford,
100%.
dude. Stafford Residence is probably one of the most funny, like hilarious thing ever. Because
God.
people will talk about like them like being like I was driving down Barnegat and
The
this
whole
guy
story.
stopped short and I gave him the finger and then he told me to go fucking eat a dick and then I drove home. Anyone know who this is? It's a black van.
Jesus Christ.
God, imagine having the time. to
It's
do that.
hilarious. Hold on. Here's one. There's a video of this. Who the hell walks their dog through someone else's backyard? Which is kind of funny. If the person in this video views this, stay the hell off my property, or I will call the authorities and have you charged with
I
trespassing.
love call the authorities.
You know that's somebody over 60.
Yes. Wait, hold on.
authorities.
I
I
love hearing
want
these well-to-do white people complaints.
to read the comments. Hold
It's
on.
100%.
What park is this? My dog would love it.
WPS.
Yeah. Wait, what is it?
Someone wrote, "What park is this? My dog would love it."
What park?
Looks like a reasonable place to walk, if you ask me.
They're shitting all over. That's hilarious.
Grab a sign and post it. No trespassing or private property. Like, even, like the people who take address, please.
It's actually funny.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Address,
dude,
please.
you're such a fucking loser.
It's constant, and it's like you look at your shit and you're like, oh my god.
Multiple
Unless it's something
hold on.
crazy, like a child missing,
Right.
Or somebody lost their dog. I always feel bad.
Yeah.
Cat scene on this property. Anybody know who this is? It has a collar, but he ran away.
That's
Like,
different.
Oh my god, what the fuck
What
is
is
this?
this? Multiple what?
Multiple ferocious rabbits terrorizing the neighborhood. This has got to be a joke.
I can't. That's not real.
gotta be
Six
a
adult
joke.
male rabbits started caroling on my porch and then infiltrated my home and chewed up the floorboards. Watch out.
There's no way that's real.
Oh, I love it that people are just fucking trolling this. Call the cops. That's gang activity.
gang activity.
Here we go. Did anyone hear the loud boom on Mariner?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like,
So I saw a squirrel outside this morning. Be careful, everyone. All right, now I might have to get on this.
See, now it's the
Yeah.
most funny. That's the funniest
Yeah,
thing I've
like,
ever
well,
seen.
Now you're
Like,
starting to
like-
fuck around now. Yeah.
I'll start posting my fart videos. My ring fart videos.
This dude
Like,
act
anyone-
like it's not you. Anybody?
Anyone else have barking spiders on their front porch?
You're so stupid. But it's true. It's like you have no life.
I'm
You
about to have a great one.
When you have, you know what I mean? You have
Working spiders.
I wouldn't even know how to post something on that.
I mean, this is cool. Like someone wrote, like, there's definitely a skunk sprayed. I can smell it on gun whale. Watch your pets outside. Not a
Yeah,
fun
I get
bet.
that.
That's a good alert.
Yeah, that's hopeful.
You know, hold on.
Actually
Exactly.
helpful.
Hold on, let's go to Stafford Residence because that's got some gems.
Stafford Residence.
I already know.
Here we go, dude.
Oh,
Let's
we
see.
also need an idea for Jazzy's place. I need to know, like, what can we do? We need, like, makeshift blinds for those windows.
We just got to build a bar, dude. That's what we have to do.
I understand that, but, you know, in the meantime, we
Let's put our.
I couldn't see anything.
put all our
anything
efforts into that.
facing
Damn, is that
out
bad?
is bad. And I'm like, fuck. I was hoping I could salvage it. I tried filters,
No,
darkening
done.
it. Damn. Like you can't see your mouth moving. You'll hear your voice,
Wow.
but or even Steven, like me. That's why I made that one clip so short. I thought it was
Yeah.
still funny.
Yeah, it was.
But you know, like I said, it was
Yeah.
one of those things. If you know, you know. But yeah, I felt like we did so many good ones.
Dude.
I got to go through them and see what I can salvage.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what we can take. I don't want to put curtains up there and, like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean, like tape some shit, you know, to her fucking windows. But we got to do something. I feel like maybe taking these extra curtains. I have extra curtains over there. Maybe
Oh,
take
yeah.
a couple
That'd
and
work.
just like
There you go.
put up with like a little bit of tape like on the board, not on the wallpaper because I
Yeah,
rip
yeah.
that shit off. But
I
Oh,
can't
yeah,
find
that's
anything
good,
good
yeah.
on here.
something small like that, you know, what I mean?
Yeah.
Do something.
Oh well.
But we'll see.
I can't find anything funny in there. The ring app is a better one.
The Ring app is a better one.
I'm gonna start posting my fucking fart videos. I got a lot of them. Anytime I have to fart, I'm just gonna walk onto my porch now.
You always find the time somehow, Scott.
With all the shit he does.
That's what I said. With all the important
still
shit he's
gonna
got
post
going
fart
on,
video.
I'm gonna take the time to post my fart video.
That's a high priority for him now.
I think you should make time, don't you?
For the things you love, yes.
It brings joy.
It brings joy.
It brings joy to everyone's life.
Oh man.
So we got any bar stories?
I don't know. Actually,
I
this
feel like
week
I
was
had,
pretty.
I feel like I had a pretty
Oh, I got
smooth week.
I got a good one. And so I had these two ladies come in, and the one she's like, "Oh, listen," she's like, "We have 2 espresso martinis." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "But I'm gluten free." I was like, "Ooh." I'm like, all right. I was like celiacs, gluten free, isn't that? I was like, "Oh, how do you want it?" She's like, "Well, we'll do it just with Tito's instead of the vanilla vodka." I was like, "You sure?" I'm like, "You sure Kahlua doesn't have gluten in it?" And she's like, we've been drinking them like that all night. I'm like, okay. I'm like, listen. I'm like, I'm like, as long as you're, I'm like, no. She Googled it. She's like,
she did.
see, like her friend, not even her. I was like, because I'm not sure. I'm like, I think that gluten it might have like, it's like if it's flavored,
Yeah.
in some kind of way, it might have like a gluten to it. It's not. I'm just like giving her information.
Right,
Her
trying to
friend
be
got
helpful.
so mad about it. She's like, we've been drinking them all night. I'm like, okay. I'm talking to the one who has the problem.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
she's like, and she like looks up, she's like, see, like that. And she's like, I don't understand why this is a problem. I'm like, it's not a problem. I just want to make sure your
Sure.
friend doesn't get sick.
Right.
I'm like, if you're good with it, I'm good with it. I'm like, I was pretty sure I was told that it had it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could also be wrong. Holy shit.
Remember we looked that up one time. It was Van Gogh and Kahlua, the difference? I mean,
Yeah.
I know one's a rum, one's a vodka, but
Yeah.
Is that the one that might have had gluten
Probably.
in it?
Maybe that's where I got it
Okay.
confused. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I'm pretty sure this has it. You know, and this dude, just the way she was like she was such a cunt face too. Like I couldn't stay. Like, dude, just looking at her, like you could tell she sucks. You know, she was cunty. Seriously, like
Whole
just like she had that
vibe,
like
cunt face.
she was like one of those. She's like just not an attractive woman, and like
Oh,
just an
leave her alone.
No, seriously, she was a fucking.
And
She
she's
was
ugly
such an
inside and
asshole.
out.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
Ugly inside and out.
Exactly. Like she was just a fucking dick about it. Because the whole time she just kept like chiming in, like kind of jumping at me.
So
Like,
she
listen,
Googled it and proved it to you?
Yeah, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, good. I'm like, dude, like I said, I'm like, as long as you're good with it, I'm good with it. I don't want you to get sick. And I don't understand why this is such a big deal. I'm like, because I'm serving.
I give a fuck about your.
But you're also you brought it up, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like she brought it up. Like I would think it's a big deal if she's concerned.
If she didn't say anything about being gluten free and just said I want Tito's instead of vanilla vodka, it wouldn't have been a big deal.
But you're also like, I'm not sure. At least you're telling her I'm not sure. You're like, go
right.
ahead,
I could
throw
be
whatever
wrong.
you want. Yeah, I could
just
be
want
wrong.
to check so she doesn't get sick.
Yeah. So next
So
time,
not
so
only
this
is she a
doesn't
cunt,
happen
she's
again,
stupid.
just be like, hey, can we have 2 espresso martinis with Tito's? No Baileys.
Very simple.
Done. I don't need to know that you have a gluten allergy.
Right.
But since you told me now,
But she needs to tell as many people as
That's
possible.
right.
of course.
It's like CrossFitters.
Yeah. You do CrossFit?
It's like, how would you know if you don't talk about it?
I just, dude, we were in,
People
I
are so
remember
ridiculous.
we were down, I was
People
down
love
in,
to talk about themselves. You know?
They do. They do.
I was down in Disney World like years ago, and I was in this hotel, and this dude just stopped. He's like, "You do CrossFit?" I just looked at him like, "No." He's like, "You're in good shape. What do you do?" I'm like, "Not CrossFit." I'm like, "Why?" I'm like, "Why?" I was like, "Why you?"
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. I was like, "Yeah," because the only way to get in shape is CrossFit. What the fuck are we talking about? I was in much better shape back then.
It's funny.
But people act like they like CrossFit discovered fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Or they like reinvented the wheel. of fitness.
I
Oh, you
did
mean
it. I
interval
used to do
training
it.
that some jerk
I did it
off
for
gave
a
a
minute
name
too.
to?
I did it. I loved it. You know what I mean? But I wasn't like, hey,
Yeah. Right.
wait till I get my Jeep.
I did it for like a couple months. Yeah.
Wait till I get my Jeep. Can't wait to go to the beach. My Jeep.
All my rogue shirts.
Can't wait to do fucking circle pull-ups, whatever those fuck those things are. Shit.
That's not even a pull up, dude. That's bullshit.
I hate
That's not
that.
a fucking pull
They're
up.
like
It's
circles.
not. They make it very clear it's not
Yeah, I'm like-
a traditional pull up.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But it's like
it's like you about to.
it's
blow
like a
your shoulder
cardio
out.
lift.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what it's for. Because
Okay.
when you think of those how many strict pull ups can you do in a row?
Me?
Yeah.
15.
15 like nonstop. But their reps are like 21.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? 25. Yeah, because you're fucking using your
Yeah,
entire
so
body.
Why don't you
Moment-
just, why don't you just
momentum.
do why don't you just do 15 pull-ups then?
Because you're not working the same thing. When you do
It's
that,
not a CrossFit pull-up.
exactly. When
Don't
you
call
do
it a pull-up then.
When you do that rotate, but you're pulling yourself up. Why do they call it a muscle up?
Call it a gay up.
I could never do a muscle up. Did you ever get
They're
that far?
hard, dude.
Nah,
I couldn't do that shit.
That's a
See.
goal though.
Yeah, they're hard. My
Dude,
shoulder,
That's a
I don't
goal.
think my shoulders can handle it.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's a
I'm
goal
like-
I'll never achieve.
I got to.
Call it a bitch up. What?
I got to.
I was gonna say it, but I was like, I don't feel like doing another edit.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's all right. No, it's cool.
That's all right.
It's not a big deal.
Get them all at once.
Before December, for this fucking injury, I just got to like, I could squeeze out barely 10, which I was thrilled about because the beginning of last year, I could do 2. And I got to being able to do 10. And then I got injured.
Yeah.
And I haven't done 1 lift in 3 months. Dude,
It's like starting all
I
over.
was having some trouble like the past couple weeks.
It's
I was
starting
like-
all over. That's it, and it comes back.
It comes
Yep.
back.
I know it does.
Yeah.
and it
I
comes
looked
back
at myself
faster.
and I'm like, damn, and then my strength is down. Like, because I was at physical therapy and I did 2, and I could do more. I wasn't trying to see how many I could do, but the strain I felt doing 2, I was like,
Yeah, you gotta take it easy. You gotta be easy though.
I know,
But it comes
I know.
back. It
I
comes
know,
back.
I
Yep.
know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember when I first hurt my neck, I lost all strength in my left arm completely.
Damn.
It's the fucking weirdest thing ever because I had nothing. I couldn't feel my fucking.
yeah, it's
You
like
know,
nerve. Yeah,
all connected.
nerve thing.
And then I went from doing like because I had this whole routine, this run where I would do like I'd run, I think it was like 3 miles, and then I would do probably about like 45 pull-ups.
Damn.
Not all at once.
No,
you know,
I know.
you know.
Still, yeah.
45 pull-ups,
Abs, I
200,
remember.
200
Yeah.
push-ups, like this whole abs, all the whole thing like that.
Yeah.
And I remember I finally was able to run again.
Yeah.
And I went and I couldn't even think about it. I went to go do a pull-up and I couldn't I couldn't pull myself up once. And I'm like, it was so depressing.
It's devastating.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
I couldn't do
devastating.
a push, and I went to go do a push-up, and I could do maybe like 5 push-ups.
It's devastating. Devastating.
I'm like,
When you
oh
lose
my
strength
god,
like
this
that.
is so fucking weird.
Like my shoulder, I
It's
feel like the
fucking
biggest.
But it came back.
I feel like the biggest
Yeah.
asshole because I hurt my shoulder on benching 405.
Damn.
I still heard it in the middle, still got it up, racked it, and I'm like, I just fucked my shoulder up, and it's never been the same.
Really?
And I could barely do. What's 2 wheels? Is that 235?
225.
225.
Yeah.
I could barely do it, and I need my slingshot. You ever seen that,
yeah, I know
that
what
slingshot?
you're talking about, yeah.
So I feel like an asshole putting it on at the gym, but I don't put it. I'm not putting it on to lift more.
Right.
I'm putting it on to keep my shoulder
Yeah.
in, and it's the only thing that has ever helped me bench without pain.
Use that motherfucker.
And it's like you see
fuck
me,
these people at
you
the
see
gym.
me, and I'm excited because I'm doing like 12.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
225. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
fucking finally, you know what I mean? And I'm scared to go heavier and heavier because obviously something's gonna happen.
At this,
Yeah.
But at this stage in life, at 225, I'm doing.
That's dude.
Four
you need to be
four
doing
sets
all
of
that heavy
15.
shit young in life.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
doing
Get it over with.
four sets of 15.
Yep.
But I was like, I'm
That's-
the only one in the gym that I've ever seen use that thing. And it's for like power lifters.
Yeah.
But it's the only thing that you've seen it, right? It goes right around.
Yeah.
It goes right around your shoulder.
Yep.
It's like a strap right here. It's
Yep.
like a slingshot. When they call it slingshot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the more you go down, the more power it gives you on that first lift, where you would
Right.
even if you pull your lats together so that you don't use
Yeah.
your shoulder.
Yeah.
You still feel it if I wasn't wearing that, but wearing it, I don't feel it at all.
Good.
Like
That's listen, man. Like you said, at this point, at this age, whatever works.
No,
I ain't trying to impress
Whatever's-
nobody in that
yeah.
gym.
I'm 46, but I'm really like I was strong benching before,
Yeah.
but not anymore. But it was soul crushing when I
Yeah.
because I knew it. I'm like fuck, and then you go to orthopedics and they're like, you're 40. You know what I mean? Like, there's not
Yeah.
much you could do for it.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
surgery will make it worse.
Yeah.
At least it's not painful on a day to day. Like I'm not,
Right.
sitting
Yeah.
here with shoulder pain. But whenever I do anything chest related,
Right.
because it doesn't even really hurt when I do shoulders. Like I can do shoulder presses. and
Yeah.
it doesn't really hurt. But when I do bench flat, usually
That's when you feel it.
that's when you feel the worst. It's the only thing I use that slingshot for is flat bench, because even in like incline, decline, it doesn't hurt my shoulder as long as I clasp my
Okay.
lats together.
That's-
But
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
it's
You- like,
it's like an ego fucking shot, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of that's what life is at this point. A bunch of shots to your
life
ego.
is- yeah. Yo, for
Like,
real.
fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you when I really started noticing it was when like some of these young fast kids were getting off shots on me, and I'm like, motherfucker,
Damn.
you know. And some these kids are fucking big, they're fucking strong, they're fast, they're durable. You know what I mean? That little bit of edge, if they're like somewhere around your ability,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're gonna crush you.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just, and they're gonna wake up tomorrow and be able to do
Be
it
totally
all
fine.
over
Yeah.
again. You're gonna wake up tomorrow and be like,
And they go drinking.
Yeah,
yeah.
I might
They go drink it
roll-
right after they
after,
beat your ass.
Yeah, you roll out of bed now. You're like, you like to sit there for a minute. Like,
They're doing their regular gym session. You're still asleep.
yeah,
Can't even
what
get
you do,
up
man?
and shit.
It is what it
That's
is.
what it is, man.
That's
yeah.
it. It's the youth.
Yep.
We
The
had
youth.
our chance.
Youth is wasted on the young.
For real.
I wish I listened more. I'm such a fucking idiot. But what can you do? I'm doing all right.
That's what I'm saying.
Could be so much worse.
Where are we at? What are we?
150, just about.
You want
Yeah.
to call it? Wrap it up, B. I
Wrap
have.
it up.
Well, this has been the Pouring Rain Podcast. I'm Bert,
Shaba.
Balls.
and
I
that was
have been.
Samson.
I have been
asleep the whole
Balls.
time. I have been balls. Not balls anymore.
What are you now?
Peace. We'll see you next time.
Holla.
All 381 of y'all.
Yeah. Holla, bread.
Instant conversation. Mr. Function come off and teach them all a lesson. Me say, when we fire drum and bass, how we mash up the place, how we tell them that